We just started the game, and we're in the insides of a pregnant woman.
I was more so thinking a red sponge.
All right, guys, this is Akamanto. Who wants to kick things off this time?
No explanation this time? I'd like to know what we're getting into before it starts.
This game doesn't really underline or emphasize an overall story. You'll find out everything you need to know within the first few moments.
Well, off first looks, Akamanto must mean childbirth simulator.
And with that, I suppose I'll take the helm on this one.
You always do, it seems.
The rain really sets the mood for our death wish.
Oh, we have voice lines. Here, this is your punishment.
The hell kind of name is Maiko?
Probably like Michael.
You're going to go on a little exploration.
Are we doing it blindfolded? Why is it nothing but a black screen?
We're getting to it. Settle down.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Okay. This is what you get for being close to him.
Just what we need, more crazy women.
You guys really locked me in here for talking to a guy?
You talk to her man, betch.
Never say that again, Donald.
So, what are we doing again? Is this like a factory or something that we're entering?
For the most part, it appears we've been forced to enter this place against our will. But no matter where we are, there's only one place to go.
Oh, please, not any more robots. If I see another mechanical part, I might just choke on a gear.
The more I look around, the more I think this is a school, and the main entrance is blocked off.
Where the hell are we supposed to go?
Inside the building, duh.
You know, assault on a political figure is a high-ranking offense, but I've bent rules before.
Nice court evidence you just put out there. Also, I believe I just found another entrance.
Good eyes, Brock.
Am I the only one that's utterly lost at what we're supposed to be doing?
Our only instruction so far is to explore this place.
There's a lot of open shelves. You know, this could be a storage room or something.
Creepy-looking drawing, too, and it's written in Chinese.
That's Japanese.
A missing girl poster, and another one. Well, that certainly doesn't spell bad news.
We agreed to enter here, so we pretty much deserve whatever comes to us.
I think we are in a school for the most part. We got a recording here.
Well, if it isn't the rumored handsome transfer student.
So that confirms that we're most likely in a school.
The schoolgirl uniform on the NPCs sort of hinted at it.
Well, 1 week in and you're already the talk of the school. So, can you tell me what happened to you?
Met with silence. That's never good.
No, it isn't. Not the most talkative, are you? Well, I knew that. That's what everyone says about you.
I will say he seems very pressing.
I noticed. He's grilling this kid like baby back ribs.
He asked like 2 questions.
I can probably guess that Kobayashi and his group got to you.
So my take on this is that these are just typical high school bullies.
You know how high school cliques can be?
I've brought a mini tape recorder, and if you... I was reading that, but I guess it wasn't that important.
We got some writing here. Graffiti. Red paper or blue paper?
Well, there's only one paper. Not like we have much of a choice here.
Let's see. We got a hole here and it's blocked off.
Wow, it's almost like we shouldn't be in here.
Well, which paper should we take? Never mind, I guess we can only take the red paper.
Joe, out of curiosity, how long is this game?
An old key.
There's no real estimate to how long this takes. It just depends on how Barack's going to play it.
We only have 3 inventory slots.
Yeah, 2 for our hands and 1 for our anal cavity. That's where the key goes.
I don't know why you just started talking about anal cavities, but since we're on that topic, did you get cavity search when you went to jail?
Not answering that.
A lighter, yes. That's going to make it a bit easier if it gets darker.
Or we can just FNAF 3 this place to the ground.
Yeah, authorities won't have a problem with that.
They didn't in FNAF 3.
Are you guys seeing this?
Some dark spirit is holding the door? Well, then let him hold it.
I just don't want to put my back to this thing. Okay, I think we're good.
Until Michael Myers tries spooning us with an axe handle.
Good thing it's a Wednesday and not a Friday.
Speaking of, how was your 4th of July, Joe?
Just business as usual, I guess.
I see. It must have gotten pretty busy around the White House. You could have lost track of where you were going.
Donald, is this about the cocaine? Also, how do you pick up things in this game?
Obama, you know me. I'm not one for political talk during our off hours.
Don.
Okay, maybe a little birdie told me something.
How the hell do you pick stuff up?
You left-click your mouse.
Oh, thanks, Joe.
Obama here with the survival instinct of a fruit fly.
I'm not familiar with any of the substances that were present in that area. I understand that my frequent visits around that area is a cause of concern, and I sympathize with the caution of our citizens. However, I assure everyone under oath that I have not made contact with any substances that could endanger the people of the United States.
We're not at a press speech, Joe. Stop talking like Terminator and be honest.
Listen, man, I don't know if Hunter got too loose with the strippers, but I swear it wasn't me.
I do believe that. I think salt would take you out, let alone crack.
A Dasani water would take him out, let alone salt.
Seems like our exploration has taken us to this vent.
There's not really much going on in this game so far. Did you pick another game that you could snooze through, Joe?
Now that you've said that, watch something like Toy Chica come crawling through here and devour us all.
Little did you know that was Donald's plan all along.
I said one thing about a sexualized bird, and I get flack for months to come. Are you two ever going to drop it?
Yeah, I guess we'll stop.
Really?
No.
Only way to go is down, it seems.
Yeah, let's jump into the abyss of nothingness. Honestly, we're just acting out Darwin's theory of natural selection.
How do I stand up again? Damn it, I dropped the lighter.
You good, Barack? You're acting worse than I do at a podium.
Yeah, I just got to get my head into the game.
I was wondering why you're so organized around us, but like a brain-dead chicken in front of others.
Who, me?
Well, that sentence could apply to both of you depending on how you see it. But yes, Joe, I'm talking to you.
I'm not a fan of these noises, I'll tell you that.
It might just be in front of crowds. Even though I'm used to public speaking, there's always that assumption that you have to meet expectations. And sometimes that persona of mine gets a bit exhausted.
Easiest way around that is to stop caring about opinions.
And start caring about why my screen is being weird.
That's not good.
Just back up, Obama.
It's best to approach with caution.
Oh, no!
What the hell is that?
Who cares? Just run, damn it!
I am. It's locked.
Just try to outrun it.
He's trying. This thing must have been on the track team.
She's not letting up.
Then keep running.
I'm out of stamina.
Then walk. Crawl, just get away from her.
I'm trying, you gallon-sized buffoon. Shut the hell up already. Are we good?
I would still keep going the other direction if I were you.
Of all the questions I can ask, I'm just going to say that she does not need to be 9 feet tall.
If not obvious, that's the foe that we're facing.
Is it also a point guard for the Lakers?
Put her at half court. And LeBron would have went to finals.
Not to be a party pooper, but we need to go back in there.
Yeah, I know.
Obama, stop. Crouch and turn off the lighter. Try to slip by undetected.
Crouch and turn off the lighter. That works too.
I just don't want to run into that monstrosity again.
Just try to make your way throughout the school.
I wish we knew what these papers were for.
You probably have to run!
So much for the crouch theory.
If you lost her once, you can do it again.
My thing is that she's the one screaming at us.
I can't move.
Shake it off!
I'm trying. Let go.
Hurry the hell up!
I'm trying. There.
Now turn the hell up! She's right behind us.
I know that, Donald. I know that. Damn, a dead end. We gotta juke her.
Put on the Nike.
Damn, she still hit me.
Remember, you can only take so much damage.
He knows that, Joe. He just got fucking stabbed.
Damn, another dead end. I gotta weave again. Woo!
Whoa!
Get your ankles broke.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
How do we lose this thing?
You need to outrun it, and by a lot. If you can't lose it soon, just go back to the vents.
We don't know where that is, damn it. We're never gonna outrun this thing.
You were saying?
Well, pardon me, I guess. Just don't be too confident when Bloody Casper comes in trying to stabby.
Is it too much to ask how we make progress, Joe?
Well, those papers aren't useless. You need to collect 7 of them in total.
7 of them?
It's like Slenderman, but with an identity crisis.
Right. You also have to keep in mind that you only have 3 inventory slots. So it is a game of juggle the item.
Well, this sucks.
We can't even look that thing in the face, let alone walk around the school. How the hell are we supposed to move freely with Michael Jackson's 8-foot cousin stalking us?
I'm also going to drop my lighter at the worst time imaginable.
Something funny about that, Donald, is that there is actually a horror game based off of Michael Jackson.
Are we a child in his mansion or something?
Or his doctor trying to prescribe him pills?
Could be both.
These classrooms could use a bit of remodeling.
By 100 years.
You're looking at that right. That's a brain.
Not the oddest thing we found in here, I'll tell you that.
I don't know what to really do with it, so I guess it'll just stay here.
We might have some extra storage space in Donald's head.
Come in and kill me already, if you have the balls.
Don't tempt it.
Reverse psychology, Don.
Speaking of psycho people, have you guys seen what's been happening in France?
I know, wild stuff.
It's not that far from what happened to us a few years ago. The only difference is that the French simply can't police as well as our boys in blue.
No, it's due to the severe public outrage of police brutality.
I agree, but to the extent of which vandalism is outright normalized, was never present amongst any cities in this great nation.
I guess Chicago doesn't count as a city for you.
You're right, it doesn't. I told the mayor many times to clean up the acts over there.
You know that's way easier said than done, right?
I know. It's not an easy feat, I'll admit that, and I was well aware of that during our briefing. That's why I stressed the importance of sending our men down there. I'll send whatever help they need. I'll send however much they want, but it's simple, very simple, that these killings can't go on. They can't.
And that was back in, what, 2018?
Around that time, I just knew that if it continued down the path it had been set on, there was no turning back.
You weren't entirely wrong.
Is she gone yet?
I hope so.
Oh!
She was guarding us. Are you serious?
All this lobotomy patient does is chase us!
Better get to running then.
Get in the door!
What are you doing?
Hiding! No!
You should have just hid in a casket at that point.
Nice try, Barack. Donald, it's your turn.
Comedy Club Biden over here really thinks I'm going to play this.
Well, someone has to play this. Now, who's it gonna be?
You!
No shot.
Before you start the game, Donald, I need to go to the bathroom.
I have to take a call too, so I'll also be back in a minute.
Don't take too long. I have leftovers I need to microwave. I don't care if your name is lefty or righty or slightly horizontally angled to the northwesty. If you and your pals even think about taking a step towards me today, there won't be a mechanic alive that will fix what I'll do to you. I brought you in here for $5, but I can take you out in less than 5 seconds. And I want you to never forget that. Do you hear me?
Does he even know you have cameras around here that you can access at any time?
I don't think Don even realizes we're not the real presidents.
Wait, what?
What?
What did you just say?
I said I don't think Don even realizes we're not getting presents for Christmas.
Oh, I don't think he would really care about that.
That's true. Let's just go back in there then.
Yeah, good idea.
All right, we're back, Donald.
That's good because I started it anyways. I got tired of waiting.
Are you that confident in your ability to get past the night? You have had a bit of trouble.
Stop doubting the world's best security guard, Joe. Do you not remember that I assessed my abilities before I started this session?
False confidence has worked previously for you, so maybe you can finally go up to bat for this one.
It'll be interesting to see how you play your cards, Donald. The game is already on the pitcher's mound, ready to lob these fastballs at you. I just hope you're ready.
I'm always ready, Joe. I have to be. I'm the world's best security guard. Why would I be eyeing down an empty vent if I wasn't?
I guess the most we can do is let the cards play themselves out. After all, this is made harder with multiple animatronics after us. How are you going to handle the stress?
Joe, I don't know if you lost your brain matter during that call, but I think you can clearly see that I'm using all the tools I can to do my bidding. Except silent ventilation, I apparently saw that it was terrible.
You're not wrong about that one. It isn't really the best. It can come in handy sometime, but it's more of a useless feature.
Looks like you have the hang of it. And there's the game. It's like a YouTube ad just came in hot.
Quiet, Obama. I have 2 bogeys on my flank right as we speak. I have to keep quiet as a mouse.
I think I just heard him move.
I said, quiet, Obama. These tricky little spawns from the crypt love to play tricks on your ears. I'm going to do a scan now to see what's going on.
You were going to do a scan. Now you're going to be sitting in the back of a hearse.
Of course someone would be attracted to that noise. Do you guys not have a customer's frontal lobe to bite off or something? It's still you? Can you get out of my vent now?
You just might be cornered here, Don.
Okay, I think he left.
I always come back.
Did your raisin sack shrivel up down there?
That was
probably the least masculine scream I've ever heard, Donald.
When I get my hands on this caramel coat of crap, I'm throwing him in the toilet where he belongs.
Very ironic considering the outcome of your last encounter.
You were just at the pooper. Don't make me send you back there too, Obama.
You were just at the community tab. Don't make me send you back there, Donald.
I will say, you guys do have some creativity when it comes to taking photos for the community.
Ask and you shall receive. I deliver when the people ask. That's what Donald J. Trump is all about, after all.
I was more so talking about what you guys do for the pictures. I simply ask for a picture of a package, and I get delivered Barack and you just posing outside of a UPS building, standing like you're Jesse Pinkman.
You will never believe how that got taken, by the way.
Well, now I'm interested.
I guess a listening ear is a running mouth, isn't it, Obama?
So let me set the scene. It's 2 a.m. and I was about to head to bed for the night, and I got a ringer from my personal phone from none other than Donald. Not his assistant, Donald himself. So I'm thinking it could be an emergency.
I considered it pretty urgent.
So I pick up and all I hear from the other end is, "Meet me at this address and hurry."
Pretty ominous.
So I'm speeding down the road, probably going 85 or so, because I think that Donald finally ticked someone off and is being held ransom.
Right, especially with the tone of things.
Tell me why I pull up to the building and I see this ogre in the parking lot with an Amazon box in his hand and a tripod in front of him.
Oh boy.
Obama, whether you were angry or not, you have to admit that the picture came out looking spectacular, truly spectacular, mostly because I was in it.
Is that why you look so angry in that picture?
Yeah, because I had to be up at 7 a.m. sharp, and I was under the impression there was an emergency. Meanwhile, the only thing in danger was my mental well-being.
Too much Donald will do that to a person.
In my opinion, you guys don't have enough of me. I'm the best, the very best that a guy can be. Just imagine if we were roommates or something in college.
Too much Donald will do that to a person.
I'm probably on a watch list over there.
Lefty, I told you to stay away from me. When I get my hands on you back at the floor plan, I'm treating you like an ear cleaner.
Third time's the charm, they say.
Quit the harassment. I was being distracted by the conversation at hand. My head's out of the clouds now and in the game, so let me get in my groove.
Deja vu, anyone?
Marty, stop trying to plunge my butthole tight. I'm trying to work here.
Bittersweet, but fitting.
Donald, you're going to let a roll of brown paper towels at a gas station bathroom talk to you like that?
Will you stop being so condescending? Haven't I told you that I'm the world's best security guard? After a little bit of adversity, we'll be right back on top.
Second attempt.
I was looking at the vent. How is that even possible?
Easier than I thought it would be.
You're absolutely getting put in the springlock suit tonight, Donald. No remorse from William.
If you need help, just ask.
Remember who you're speaking to. I am the best, the very best around. I'm going to jump off of a skyscraper now.
Per verbal obligation, I said that if you need help, just say so.
Per verbal obligation, Joe. I'm here to remind you of your mistakes that you made in life.
Which wrongdoing are you picking from Santa's naughty list this time?
Your brilliant idea to treat our microphones like they were old Sony speakers.
Don, none of that would have happened if you didn't wreck the setup because of some stupid fly.
I still stand by my original actions. You don't understand the sheer annoyance of a pest constantly buzzing in your ear.
I sit by you every day, Donald. I think I know what an annoyance is.
Peanut Gallery is a no-talking zone, Obama. Anyways, what was I saying?
Something about bringing irrelevant issues up from the past.
Yeah, the mic of '87, I saw it floating around in the comments.
You have to admit, that's a pretty clever nickname for what we did.
Yeah, instead of a skull getting crushed, it was our future hopes and dreams.
How long until you're going to drop it?
I said 6 months, Joe. I have a quota to fill.
Really loving those ads, huh?
Besides, I'm sure our community doesn't want you to hatch any more revamp plans.
How are you even talking and playing right now?
For once, I have to sit on Donald's side here. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I know you just wanted to polish off a couple things, but just because something is newer doesn't mean it's better.
That's something I would say.
A picture from your playbook, if you can call it that.
Looking back on it, I presumably should have aired out a test video before we just implemented it into an entire video. We were just so pressed for time that day that I wanted to get it out.
Can these ads calm down for 5 minutes? Why do they keep stalking me? I'm trying to get my work done here.
The ads ran once at least. Now you don't have to worry about them throughout the rest of the night.
Great. Now we're just kicking back in the middle of a sauna while we have killer mutants trying to come down a Pringle can.
I'll be impressed if you can find a way to slip out of here alive. With that many tasks to do, it'll be a wonder if you can get past them at all.
Well, it would really help if we didn't have side conversations about dead primary leaders or whatever soda we like it. Allow me to focus and keep the trap zipped up.
That is true. We don't want to be stuck on this night forever. I think I can speak for everyone when I say that it would get tired after the third video about it.
Like right now. He's sitting right in the vent. Keep the smack talk from reaching your mouth for about 10 seconds or so. Okay, may the fat jokes ensue.
Don, you only have one more task to do. This is an easy hole-in-one if you let it be.
Silence. I need complete silence. We're done. Now, that's what I'm talking about. First attempt, just like I said it was.
Something tells me that we have a backlog of previous footage that says otherwise. What about the past half hour that were blown on attempts to beat the night, Don?
I have dementia.
No, you don't. I'm the one with the issues of memory over here.
Who are you?
Now stop making those jokes. What's your name?
I would love to lay into Springtrap. I'd rinse him so hard his suit would be clean.
Don't we all?
Quite the aggressive start today.
Well, we can skip formalities. We know why we're here.
To get the good ending, right?
Precisely. Go ahead and start a new game, Barack.
We're not continuing?
No, we have to go from the ground up to complete all the tasks, which gets us the good ending.
Let me guess how we do that. Mini games?
Sharp thinking. They're really simple, though.
If you think my brain is sharp, you should look at my nose. It can smell bullshit from a mile away.
The problem is that we do have to complete the whole 5 nights again.
Never mind, the bullshit's at my front door.
Okay, so here's what you need to do, Barack. Go to Cam 8 and double-click the Balloon Boy poster on the left.
This? Oh, wow.
Ooh, it's like Boy Wonder moshed with E.T. for the Atari.
So the goal here is to obviously get all the balloons, and there'll be an exit at the bottom. However, before you go through that door, sit there for a second.
What?
What the hell are you scheming?
Just trust me.
And now what?
So if you look at the counter, there's still a balloon somewhere on this map. What you need to do is go to the left side of the wall and jump through it.
Casual physics breaking, always lovely to see.
Oh, wow, just went right through.
Good, now just keep falling until you reach the bottom.
Next thing we know, Keanu Reeves is going to start Fortnite dancing in a Matrix reboot or something.
What's this?
This part isn't really gone into, but it's safe to assume it's a grittier outlook on what happened to Balloon Boy.
A fate deserved, if I must say.
Keep going to the other side for now.
Oh, wow, there's the last balloon.
Yeah, get that.
How did the developer think we were just going to find this? Through the queef of an instinct?
You always have something foul to say.
There, got it.
That was necessary for what we're going to do next, but we have to do that in the next night.
So what now?
Go to Cam 7, Barack, and I'll do the rest.
Got it, here you go.
1, 2, 3, and there you have it.
Oh, we're the mangle?
So the main goal right now is to just gather all of your parts. However, avoid any kids that you may see.
Can I ask how you knew all of this? Did you eat and digest each and every word to the game's Wikipedia?
Well, these minigame secrets are actually discovered throughout the other minigames.
How the hell did I fall?
Do you mean the ones we played between the nights?
Yeah, those minigames. Remember going down the hallways and seeing weird symbols or patterns on the walls?
Vaguely, I guess.
Oh, are you serious?
You are really struggling with that jump, huh?
Well, his foot just morphs through the whole damn platform. It's getting annoying.
Anyways, if you pay attention to those walls, they line up with tasks that you have to complete throughout the nights.
Oh, come on!
Here, Barack, jump as soon as Mangle's first foot leaves the platform.
You're supposed to help the elderly, Obama, not them help you.
You're about to see another exit door. Just like Donald, you need to ignore it and go to the top of the platform and out through the wall.
Sounds like a plan. I'll wait until this kid passes, though. I'm not trying to repeat my falling follies.
So how does playing the Game Boy help us free the children?
These mini games specifically are allowing their souls rest. You'll see how we're doing that in a bit.
Whatever this is, my soul is nowhere near restful right now.
Looks like somebody violated the planter's peanut.
So coming up, you'll have these balloons that you need to platform off of. This is why the first mini game was important, because if you didn't get all of those balloons, you wouldn't have been able to continue.
This is a lot of work just to help some idiot kids that didn't listen to their parents about talking to strangers.
You're a fistful deep in a Cheeto bag, and you're complaining about work.
If not obvious, grab the cake and that'll end the level. However, I want Don to handle the next mini game. That way you both pull your fair share equally.
Are we at least almost done?
Not even halfway.
I'm gonna blow a gasket.
All right, Don, your job is to find and collect cupcakes on cameras 2, 3, 4, and 6.
Camera 2, found it.
Now camera 3.
I see it.
Good. Now camera 4.
Got it.
And finally camera 6.
And there we go.
I see what you did, Joe. That's hilarious.
I hate you two so much.
I gave you the mini game for a reason. Now, Donald, listen carefully. Go down where that hole is and keep going left.
I have a lot of questions, but I've learned that they'll never be answered.
In due time.
Don's definitely going to get loose later thinking about this.
Oh, there's a great kid.
Yeah, go up to him.
Are we giving him that cake?
I guess so.
That's a big cake.
Oh, his eyes widened. He's alive.
So is that how you put their souls to rest? By giving them cake or something?
I suppose it's the equivalent of putting them to rest. Instead of the horrible things that happened at the restaurant, they simply got cake to ease their souls. That's why we needed the balloons and cake from the first two mini-games. The balloons to reach the kids and the cake to give to the kids.
So do we just keep doing that for each kid?
Pretty much. First, we have to get to night 4. Second, because this next mini-game is a bit complex, I'll be the one handling it.
This has more twists and turns than a snake in the White House.
But you're right here.
So a fun fact that you guys didn't notice is that the tiles on the wall are actually a dial pad.
You act like it had a big red arrow. How the hell were we supposed to know that? A player's intuition?
Oh, what is this?
This is the mini-game that I'm taking care of. In this one, you're Golden Freddy next to Golden Bonnie. Like the other games, you can escape out of the box, but you're trying to find the box with the kid in it and give him cake.
You've either got to be crazy or have actually no life to somehow find out about all of this.
Or both.
Well, this is Joe we're talking about.
Hey, I worked hard ignoring my work for 8 years under Barack. You think this skill at horror games just came out of nowhere?
I see things haven't changed either.
As if Pence did any more.
No, I know he didn't do anything. Vice presidents never do anything constructive. Joe, does Kamala actually do anything?
I guess she just sits there and looks pretty.
And even that's debatable.
Well, there's the kid.
Routine calls for cake, yes?
That it does.
I'm still confused on everything, if I'm being honest.
Throwing everything under the microscope is really hard to process. That's why I'll be explaining all of the lore up until the third game.
That'll be a day to remember.
By the way, it's your turn again, Barack. Go back to the Balloon Boy poster and do the exact same thing you did before.
Why are we back in this game?
You'll see.
Oh, there's balloons now.
Exactly. Getting that final balloon opened up this path.
At this point, I can't tell if I'm coming or going.
Whatever you do, be careful. You don't want to fall down.
Oh, here's the ledge.
I'm glad the Mario course didn't throw us for the loop.
Yeah, because I don't really know what happens if you fall.
And here's another kid. Have this cake, little Timmy.
Boy, the way these kids are reacting, you'd think this cake was laced with fentanyl.
Have you ever tried to give a kid fentanyl?
Did you really just ask that?
Yeah.
Of course I have. They spin around like a laundry cycle.
What is happening?
It's your turn for this minigame, Don. You should see a dark figure on the desk near your camera. I want you to double-click that.
I don't like the sound of that. The hell is this?
Is this the Shadow Bonnie that we saw during the previous minigame?
Ugh. And why is he hitting the shimmy sham like a helicopter blade?
By the way, Donald hit the S key.
What are you talking about, Joe? Oh, what?
You can cycle through all of the games we played. Our goal here is to give cake to the kids, so we need to get out of the box.
Don, do you remember the Balloon Boy game that I played?
You're right. Let's go to that, and I can just get out right at the top.
Good teamwork, you two.
All right, enough pissing your pants. Have some cake and be free.
Amazing display of sympathy once again.
He's getting better at it.
So are we done yet?
Almost. We have one more thing to do. It's really easy, I promise.
It better be. I'm half tempted to feed these kids back to Purple Guy.
All right, on cam 4, you'll see a poster with a present on the left. I want you to click that.
This?
Oh, happiest day?
What's going on here?
Just move to your left.
Obama, look at all these masks. It's like I'm staring inside a party city.
I wonder why. It's almost like we're at a party. So they gave him the cake too.
So what now? He put on the mask?
They're gone. I think we might have done it.
Did we actually do it?
The balloons are flying away. We did it, Don.
We freed the kids. Let's go. That took way too long.
Terribly long.
Good job, guys. I'm proud of you both. Let me finish up night 5 and we can wrap up towards the ending.
That will never not be satisfying.
This is also a good ending.
I'll drink to that.
The end.
It's done. It's finally done.
It's funny, Don. You said you wouldn't be invested in this game yet. Here we both are.
I guess it is funny how that works. You don't really notice it grow over time, but before you know it, that connection is there.
I think that's just life. Human emotion isn't an easy concept to grasp. Maybe it's best that we don't try.
You did it, guys. You finally did it. You put them to rest. Now let's give them a moment of silence. Well, looks like there's only one more thing to do.
Take out the trash. Why are we at Mr. Burns's manor?
Reminds me of the entrance to old insane asylums.
Wait, why didn't I think of the Capitol building?
This is the friends we left behind. It reminds me of what Poppy Playtime had to offer, and I thought it would be a good game to try out.
Does it take place at an insane asylum or something?
Reasonably, this is where we all belong anyways.
Wait a minute, what if we were all just one guy in an insane asylum who pretended to be us presidents?
You're telling me that's not what's happening?
Looks like the intro to a horror documentary.
This is a children's asylum? What sort of children need a whole damn asylum?
Does Children of the Corn count?
I was more so thinking the children of David Koresh.
And now we're over here cosplaying Sherlock Holmes, looking for more missing kids. Why the hell is that a common theme in these games?
You know, it's always Joe who picks these games, right?
Why is this guy's head built like a starfish?
I think we should be more concerned why there's a guy here at all.
Patrick stars in his villain arc.
I see this was breeding grounds for the illegal immigrants coming in.
It's an old asylum, so I doubt it's seen any improvements.
Did you not hear that? I guess not. We seem to always be playing as deaf characters.
I think someone sees us.
That's not good. And we're getting jumped.
Hey, friend, wait, where's your head?
I think that is his head.
Why the hell did you just stand there?
Maybe investigating abandoned places should be taken with more precaution.
Yeah, what a situation we're in now. We have some dimwit detective leading the charge, and whatever the hell that is.
Is that one of the children?
Maybe the friend we left behind.
Everything comes full circle.
Listen, we might belong here if we're seeing all of this.
And we're on to the main game for now. As a heads up, this game isn't a traditional movement style game. It's similar to FNAF in the point and click aspect.
So it's confusing?
We're about to find out. Well, you're about to find out.
I started sister location after all, only fair.
Don't even sweat it. Watch me whip these crazies back to the loony bin.
We're already there.
Home sweet home.
A ball, big old bouncy balls.
Yeah, you throw them.
Don, what are you doing?
I'm balling.
He said he's balling.
A camera? This guy's a photographer too?
You're like a child at Walmart.
Shut up, Obama, I'm balling.
Whatever helps you think you'll be able to beat the level.
What am I supposed to be doing again? Taking pictures or something.
This is why you should have read instructions.
Even I was a bit confused.
Apparently he's a big fan of balls. Not surprising, really.
You're done.
I don't think he appreciated your toss.
Also would help if you played the game properly.
We have balls, and that gives us an opportunity to throw them. I will not be changing the strategy.
I don't expect anything good to come from this.
Let him ball, in his words. We'll see what he does with it.
I think there was an instruction guide that we didn't even read properly.
Maybe I should start off by throwing a ball, like a Tom and Jerry mousetrap setup.
Well, you can hear noises. Maybe it's working.
Wait, I think he's there. Do I flash him?
Maybe, well, it's too late to make an input.
Can you define this as some sort of public indecency?
What does that even mean?
And another death. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't be doing that.
Well, do you have a better suggestion?
Not that.
So from what I got reading these instructions, apparently you're supposed to snap a photo of these things to escape.
So you basically have to guide them or something.
Put on your 3D glasses because the world's best security guard will pop out with success.
That went well.
Oh, shut the hell up. You can't do any better.
Why don't we put that to the test? Barack, you're up next.
Try not to throw these ones into human trafficking this time.
So I take the ball and throw it there.
Worth a try, I guess.
It did something because he's creeping around.
You want another ball? Of course you do. You love balls.
Remember, we're trying to lure him over.
Hold on, what are these noises? Oh, there he is.
How are you going to complain about my balls, but you can just throw yours willy-nilly?
Because I'm not throwing it willy-nilly. It's like chess strategy, you know?
And a bit of willy-nilly. We're all new to this, after all.
Listen, don't call me out like that.
Dare I jump down the rabbit hole of what this game includes?
Don't be looking at me. It's a new game.
Why is he not?
Oh, you could beat it, my left testicle. I knew I wasn't crazy.
Don.
Okay, partially crazy. But regardless, you can't blame me for losing the level when you did the exact same thing.
Don, you chucked a damn ball granny style at a door 5 different times.
And what exactly did you do different, Mr. 44th President?
At least I threw. Well, damn, I don't have a retort here.
Well, let's see what I can do. From looking at what you two have done, I think I might have a solution.
Joe Biden, everybody, looks like a diaper rash baby at a press conference, but can establish a reaction and command chain in his own head when it comes to horror games.
I've said this before many times in the comments section, but Joe is not a dumb person. He's slightly delayed, but still a seasoned veteran when it comes to handling situations.
I think I'm doing the right thing. A lot of it seems to be atmosphere awareness.
Joe, you do not look like you are confident in your abilities.
Wait, there he is. Got him!
What was that, Don? He's not confident, you say?
Well, pardon me.
I thought they were running from us. Why are we running from them now?
Well, someone's holding a Black Friday sale.
I just think it's funny how every one of these games has some sort of goofball for the protagonist.
And there goes whatever that item was. Oh boy, that's not good.
Who the hell brought in Marilyn Manson?
Looks like it's finally time.
Talks like Marilyn Manson, too.
All right, do we actually want to read instructions this time?
Playing the record with the curtain open seems to keep Pixie happy and off the stage.
It's uncomfortable when she stops in front of the stage to sing. But closing the curtain on her seems to drive her up the wall. We'll just kick her face in.
Wait, she actually went up the wall and now she's climbing down. Would opening the curtain again calm her down? Maybe I'll even take her photo afterwards to make it up to her.
Well, that doesn't sound that difficult. I think we can figure it out.
Easy for you to say. You're not the one who's playing.
He literally has the mouse and keyboard.
Geez, you almost had a heart attack saying that.
And we're in an auditorium. You have any idea what to exactly do, Joe?
Probably something with this gramophone. Oh, all right, one thing to note is that you have to hold down the button while you're doing things.
She's walking like she has to poop.
What the Don? Learn how the hell to shut up.
She's singing, I guess I close the curtain now.
Either that, or we can keep taking pictures of whatever type of drug addict she is.
And we wind up the gramophone again. And I think I take a picture now. I thought she would be crawling on the walls where...
Wait, she's right there.
So you just take the photo now, or what?
I think so.
I don't think it's doing anything.
On second thought, do I close the curtain?
You mean open it?
I mean, it's pretty much the same.
She fell!
Too easy for me.
Why do these dolls, or whatever they are, freak out when they get photographed? Are they not used to being caught on camera because they're so ugly?
You didn't have to violate the doll like that.
Donald's been seemingly notorious for insulting video game characters.
Don't sound like a dying squirrel and we won't have a problem.
This guy is booking it.
You can't tell me you wouldn't do the same if you heard her singing. It was like raking up leaves on a sidewalk.
Well, she sent a hitman out to jump us, and now we're getting dragged away.
Kind of what the Monopoly Man does when you land on go to jail.
I think that's what we're in right now, some sort of jail.
I think even jail wouldn't... Excuse me?
It's going to town, isn't it?
Well, now it's just, oh, it's coming right for us.
Is it drunk or... Oh, why do all of you look like lobotomy patients?
You look funny when you sleep.
We are at a mental hospital, mind you.
All I'm saying is this is the whitest thing to do.
Oh my goodness, what the hell happened to the gingerbread man? Did he go through relapse? Is that why we're in a white room?
I'm more concerned why they had a white room in a children's asylum to begin with.
There's a sewn mosquito twerking on the walls, and that's your question?
English class is in session again.
If I flash my camera at the ceiling, Dolly makes a pathway with the grates.
The hell does that even mean?
Is she trying to lead the doll to me? Maybe I can trap it so she'll stop messing around and I can leave.
We're complicating things too much here. Just beat her with the flashlight.
Demon puppets are just pushovers to you, aren't they?
They're not bulletproof. All I'm saying.
If Dolly comes back down, I'll use my flashlight to direct her toward the doll. Maybe she'll try picking it up. Meanwhile, I can snap a picture and run.
This guy must have been a part of Lady Gaga's paparazzi crew if he was being this obsessive over photos.
I feel like this is what happens when you watch too many episodes of Riverdale.
More like 2 episodes.
So I'll be honest, I'm still a bit confused on what we're supposed to be doing. But I know it's leading this doll around.
Wait, what's that noise?
Sounds like why did she drop?
Why do you keep taking pictures, Joe? Are you buying into the camera fetish?
No, I'm really just testing things out right now. And it seems this red light is the flashlight that the instructions were talking about.
Why are you trying to flash her then?
Just figuring out controls for this level. I think I got
Itsy bitsy spider.
Man, you didn't even let the cutscene play out.
I just didn't feel like being taunted.
You just got beat to death with a fly swatter. How do you feel?
Which character arouses you this time?
My money's on the doll.
Don't you have some flight logs to be covering up right now?
Now that Don's the pilot, I can only wonder where this plane's gonna land.
You forget who's at the steering wheel. Our flight is ready for takeoff and a smooth landing.
We didn't even make it out of the airport. You crashed in the hangar.
You often insert your own foot into your mouth. It's like watching Penn and Teller somehow perform the same magic act and still being amazed.
We could rag on him all night. Let's just try again.
From what I can tell, you have to stare at the ceiling, but also guide the doll on the ground. It's very confusing.
I actually think I know what's going on. We just have to look up at the ceiling and guide through the pathway.
So how do we change the pathway?
Crap, she dropped down.
I think you make her follow the same path that's generated once she drops down.
With the same light, too. I thought it was the camera.
So what the hell do you have to do now? You just have to guide that thing to the doll?
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to be more careful while I drag this across the screen. Because if I'm too fast, I'll just break it out of the loop.
Haste makes waste, after all. You're doing the right thing.
Okay, so she goes up with the doll. Now what?
I guess it just drops back down in the corner. So you have to reset.
And now it's just a rinse and repeat till I can get it to me.
I still haven't jumped through the sonic rings to comprehend why the hell we're even in this place. Why is this detective so stubborn to investigate a freak show?
In all honesty, there's a lot of things that you can question. The big one that I'm wondering is, how do these figures relate to the missing kids that were referenced in the beginning?
Watch it be some kids getting stuffed into some nylon puppets. That's just what we need, some more hauntings.
Well, it's really close to me now. I think I have to get it behind me and onto this bed, right?
That's what I gathered.
Okay, now it's restrained. Now I just have to get the bug-eyed creature over here and snap a picture, right?
That's what I understood from the instructions.
Otherwise, we're just going to get used and abused by the Mothman.
It's like a corn maze for alcoholic dads that live in trailer parks.
She's right here. How do I do this?
Direct her past you, I guess.
There she is. Wait, what the hell? Get over there.
Hell yeah, you could say it was a moth to a flame. Fuck you all, that was a good joke.
Some forestry makes me think we're in for a treat at the schoolhouse.
If we have teaching to do, then Mr. Trump is ready to tell these tools the terrible times ahead.
Ollie said that it only gets more dangerous the deeper we go, so expect this to get packed with action.
And there might be a chance we get cooked, as the younger folks say.
Are you kidding me? We have Explodium Explosion over here, a man who can't tell the time and the world's best security guard. We are burnt.
Half of you is made of hamburger, and you call me Mick.
Well, this is certainly an interesting way to get greeted.
Why is there music now? Band class ended 25 years ago. Stop playing the trumpets.
Off topic, but something tells me your favorite instrument is the trumpet because it has the word Trump in it.
Wrong again, Obama, but you're used to that. I played organ as a kid, but I'm not interested in music. The only tune that satisfies me is money. And even if it wasn't, it's certainly not this tune.
I think it's the scene ambience, not even a record player or something in the...
This quick! Turn on the generator, leave, and plug the school's power cord into the center.
No, I'll take my time, Ollie.
I don't think I can connect to you on that side of the dome. And you won't be alone.
Figured that much.
There's someone else in there too.
Well, this isn't good. Yeah, definitely not good.
And Catnap just snacked on Ollie like fried chicken.
So was I the only one who noticed something about not being alone?
Is this a school for crazies? I feel like I'm back in Home Sweet Home.
This is Miss Delight speaking.
Miss Delight?
Excuse the interruption. Students, remain in your seat until the bell has rung. And no going in the halls without a hall pass.
Lady, half of your class has melted into the floor and are stains of who they once were. Meanwhile, you're concerned about who's taking a tinkle without permission.
Are we not going to ask how Miss Delight is, alive? Do they have an apocalyptic amount of resources down here to live off of?
The continuity certainly is confusing, but we still have a lot of game left to play, even though we've been at it for some time.
As if I'm trying not to squeeze through a metal fence to get in contact with uranium or something.
Or like a kid at a gorilla exhibit.
I see you, you peeping principal. One person that's too cool for school is Donald Trump, and you're not going to suck me into the class of no class.
If she's another person down here, why has Catnap not killed her? What sort of turf war is going on around here?
With an entire ecosystem down here, I assume that Miss Delight is or was a teacher. Now, after this place was abandoned, it's really hard to tell just how exactly she survived.
Well, on the tape, Elliot Ludwig said this place was filled with parents and teachers to make the kids feel at home. So, Does that mean this lady was one of our co-workers? If so, why was Ollie insistent that there was danger here?
I really couldn't tell you, but I honestly don't doubt his words. If Home Sweet Home was the safest place there is, then imagine what's waiting for us.
Yeah, an overdue vet appointment, courtesy of the Donald Trump himself.
If you get humiliated by a street cat, it might be time to throw in the towel, Don.
Excuse me, Obama, if I can dismantle the war machine known as Springtrap, I think I can tango with a rabid feline.
You didn't, I did.
You're darn tootin' I did, and I'll do it again, as they say in the South. Make America game again.
And we're back to brain rot.
Ah,
Wait, I recognize you.
Oh?
Yes, I remember. You used to work here.
Interesting.
How are you? Alive.
that's what I'm asking you.
Barb?
Barb?
Who's Barb?
Barb says you're looking for your coworkers. Catnap wouldn't like that you're here.
I don't have a choice.
Leave.
I want to. Trust me.
Safety.
Well then, something tells me she's about to become a problem.
There's a lot of questions I have. Namely, how she's alive and how she referenced our coworkers as if she didn't work here too.
Oh, what a snipe. Yeah, I don't know, Obama, but all I'm saying is that she was talking to students when there was a literal grassroots coming from the ground. She's clearly off her rocker.
We're just trying to throw some power back on. I don't see what the big deal is.
The thing that I noticed was the fact that she talked about Catnap not liking the fact that we're here. So she clearly is aided by Catnap. Not only that, but remember what Poppy said earlier about Catnap being the final thing the prototype has put in between us. Just a lot of moving cogs in this wheelhouse right now.
Well, their engine can keep being revved. All I know is that no matter the opposition, we can never lose with the world's best security guard and platformer. Remember that.
So what you're telling me is that we're cooked like a Thanksgiving turkey.
I wouldn't say that Donald's had some competence when it comes to playing this game. As long as you don't ask him to jump any swinging platforms.
Shut up.
You hear that?
I didn't know that Miss Delight wore a Patchy the Pirate costume, but you're lucky that this door was locked because I would have made you walk the plank.
Seems like we have another video to watch. You know, there's been a lot more of them this chapter, at least from what I noticed.
I'm still grasping the reality of where we are. Things happen so fast, and instead of dying in a train crash, now we're playing a giant game of cat and mouse.
Can't wait for Miss Delight to get the mommy long legs treatment.
Excuse me?
What?
Look, he was the one that said it, not me. I simply nodded along.
I swear I can't have anything to myself in this place. And now I'm stuck near a bookshelf trying to find out where this bloody tape is.
I'm surprised you have this much energy, even though we've been playing for a couple of hours now.
His hatred of Democrats and dead robots fuels him, Barack.
You're not entirely wrong.
Wait, there it is.
Finally, we have the urine tape. Let's see what ancient horrors await for us on this experience.
I can only assume that it has something to do with the school, considering that this is the place we found it at.
Where are the kids?
Graduated because this school turned into mulch.
Please, where are the children?
Aren't you the teacher, ma'am? Shouldn't you know?
Same place as the employees? No.
Who is that?
Are the children safe? Yes.
Hmm.
Can I see them? No.
That chainsmoker voice is insane.
That was it. That's all he'd tell me.
And he had a voice like that. Oh no, why is she laughing?
That's
Probably because he knew I'd kill them all.
Excuse me? Oh, she's crazy, crazy. Nice to know they employ only the safest people down here.
Yep. Just like I said, she's about to be a problem.
Lady, stop trying to rope your class into a Texas chainsaw massacre. No wonder they ran away from you. How is there vines growing from the ceiling tiles, and the only thing you did with the weed killer was drink it?
I assume that's who was walking around this whole time, and I knew that they were going to be crazy. But this is certainly a twist that I hope to forget soon. Makes me kind of disgusted thinking about what else could have happened down here.
Why are all the hallways locked, and you need a hand to access them? Did each kid have a personal grab pack or something?
Possibly teachers. I think this is the way we have to go, judging that all the other entrances are blocked off.
All I'm saying is that there was a weird hidden agenda going on down here that we're slowly uncovering.
That's the problem. The deeper we go, the worse it gets. Maybe some things are better left buried.
Wait, am I supposed to go down there or over here?
I think this is the...
Not a good listener, are you?
And I won't be.
The other humans in that way.
Other humans?
I wonder if your screams will sound like theirs too.
Oh boy.
I ain't scared of you.
I look forward to finding out.
The only thing that you're going to find is the punching force of my big meaty claws. I'll be delighted to put you in the dirt like I did crippled Afton.
I thought his name was William.
It is. But I see what you did there with the delighted part, Donald. I'll give my credit where credit is due.
I'm opening up the gate, Miss Delight. What are you going to do? Hold on, is this her?
And we lost Donald again.
Sisters and I to learn facts across a variety of subjects.
I'll pass on that.
Button to hear some facts on anatomy.
Hey, I have some anatomy we can discuss.
Donald, it has not even been 30 seconds and you've lost every single bit of credibility you've accrued while playing this game. And while it was frail and puny, it was still there.
I think I'm going to start calling it the Toy Chica effect.
Guess it's illegal for a man to play horror games and compliment a woman on her looks, no matter how crazy she is.
You're just special is all we're saying.
And there we go. What's going on?
Donald, back up!
Whoa!
Who was that?
Was that the crazy lady?
There's your wife,
Do
Donald.
I need this? Sorry, excuse us. We'll be on our way now.
Something tells me that's not a human, guys.
I don't care what that thing is. We got to find a way out of here. Ah!
Donald, you need to start assessing your taste in women.
Why do you always go after the crazy ones?
It's not my fault they catch the gaze of Don Juan.
They get caught in your orbit like one of Jupiter's moons.
It's practically the same thing, really.
The hip to thigh ratio is just insane. Like, what else am I supposed to say?
Save your breath for the running. We probably have a lot of it to do, and we have to collect batteries while we're at it.
Is this why all the gates in this school were closed? To concoct some sort of death trap when Thickums comes to chase us?
Donald, now is not the time to be making fun of someone's curves. We have a hedge maze to get through here, and your eyes have to stay focused on the road.
What do you think I'm doing? Drooling over a creepy old witch? Or whatever that thing is. Did you see its jaw? That didn't even look human.
Enough bickering, just stay on task. It looks like we're going to have to do these puzzles while she's chasing us.
You think? I can hear her being a swashbuckler behind me. Why do all these crazy women not know the definition of personal space?
This is what you get for trying to get your meat stick wet in a crazy robot thing. It's Five Nights at Freddy's all over again.
Shut up. I can't get out. Where's the power thing?
Didn't you just pass it?
She's right there.
Sorry, I entered the wrong class, Mr. Light. I'll delight you with a crowbar in a second.
I don't think she wants that.
She's right there.
Hey, chill out now. We're cool. We don't have beef. I wasn't talking about looking at your thighs. It was a joke.
She's not happy. And that's the women's restroom. You're just pissing her off even more.
Obama, as far as I'm concerned, you're just yapping at the mouth and doing nothing constructive while I'm over here fighting for my life against this teacher of terror.
Welcome to being me when we play horror games, because you never shut up about wanting to pitch a tent around metal women.
Hey, Mr. Light, let's calm down, okay? Everything about being thick was a joke, unless you don't want it to be. I was joking. It was another joke. Why are you chasing me again?
Donald, I swear, you are the biggest threat we have in this place.
Yeah, we're never seeing the surface of the earth again. We are beyond finished.
Oh, no, we're not. Where is she? Okay, so what I'll do is I'll bait her to this side of the wall, and then I'll swing around here to get past her.
Is that going to work?
Ugh!
Never mind, it looks like the question answered itself.
Are you going to try again, Donald?
I'm getting through this. Otherwise, my name isn't Donald Trump.
Well, something I noticed was that when you looked at her, she was completely frozen. Maybe she can't move when you're looking at her, so keep that in mind moving forward.
As long as it's not her crotch, we'll be fine.
It's never that serious. I don't know why you have to go around smashing things, you big oaf.
What does she even have in her hand? It looks like a spike weapon from the medieval times.
She's trying to execute us like we're in Dark Souls. Well, I'm not having any of it, you stanky substitute.
I like how anytime you need to come up with an insult, it's almost alliteration. It's kind of impressive if I do say so myself.
I don't even care about that. Listen, despite what's going on down here, I'm not trying to become the next lesson that Miss Delight is going to tell the empty chairs about.
All we have to do is get out of the school, and we should be in the clear. In fact, why don't we just go out the way we came in? Is it blocked off or something?
I doubt retreating would really get us any farther. Remember, this is the least dangerous area according to Ollie, and we're getting chased around by a crazy teacher.
Yeah, and it doesn't help when I have Sir Talk-A-Lot and Chief Hoo-Ha yapping about in my ear.
You already know the cheat code to stop her, Don. Just don't let her get too close to you without freezing her.
It's easier said than done. With how many twists and turns there are in this place, you think that we're stuck at Stark Industries.
Well, that's if she can stop pillaging stuff behind us like she was a pirate. We know the end, and that's all we need to escape. Good luck with the stare-downs, though. I would not want to be on the opposite side of her lustful gaze.
I don't care about a lustful gaze. Right now, I need to turn on the power. This was the point earlier where she ate my whole brain in two.
I think you could actually fit Mommy Longlegs and Huggy Wuggy both inside that thing's mouth.
For all we know, maybe this was the animatronic that caused the bite of 87.
Open the door, dagnabbit. Can't you see that there's a crazy robot thing chasing me and it wants my loins?
That's certainly a way to put it, and especially at a time like this when we're getting manhunted by a dream stand.
What's a dream, Stan?
A nobody, a loser, and a dead end. And she's right there. Get off my Johnny for 2 seconds out of the day and we wouldn't have a problem.
Is this to the final boss or something? This chase has been going on for an awfully long time. This isn't even catnap.
I think Donald has to get past this gate. It seems like we have a lot of puzzles to do on the go here.
It finally opened. I missed it the first time. Are you kidding me? 6 different battery ports?
Yeah, forget about getting to catnap. We're not even graduating from this one, are we?
I don't know what to do. I genuinely don't know what to do. Battery. Oh, we're cooking tonight, and the chef is D to the T.
Just keep your calm and keep your cool. We don't want to be stuck on this part for 2 hours. So keep your head locked into the game.
No need to fear. The best platformer and battery hunter is here. And soon we'll be driving a stake deep down into that vampire's chest.
That's cool and all, but where exactly did Miss Delight go? Are we on a timer or something until she breaks through here?
Like how Huggy did in the first chapter? I could see that, but we won't really know until it happens, and frankly, I don't want to stick around to see what the end result is.
You heard the man, Donald. Don't throw the bag on this one and keep it in your pants for now.
No promises.
I think you got everything. You just need to pop the batteries in and go from there.
I'm almost done. I just have to get the power from the panel again, and I'm running as fast as the wind. Wait, it's open. Get me out of here and away from this creepy teacher.
You better pick those legs up, Don, because she's right behind us.
I hear her. I'm running as fast as I can.
Run faster.
Where do I go? Dead end. She's coming.
Pull the lever.
It won't budge.
Hurry, Donald. Whoa!
Get body.
Let's go,
You
Don.
aren't anything to the world's best platformer, the world's best battery collector, and especially not the world's best security guard.
You're not even going to stand over her body proudly at all?
As far as I'm concerned, boasting against villains only makes it worth it if they were a good villain. She's not even worth the dirt that her school resides on.
And we finally have a loading screen after all that time. I think we're moving into a new area, so we can maybe take a breather for now.
Let's just hope Catnap doesn't have any curves or anything of that sort.
What are you looking at, buddy?
He looks like if a prescription bottle was a person.
And gentlemen, welcome to Scrutinize. This is a game about being on Neighborhood Watch, and you have to file reports in your area.
Hot MILFs in my area?
Autocorrecting a lot here.
We have a lot to get into, so let's just jump right into the game.
Here we are, night 1.
I should get to my computer and get the night started.
First off, our house looks like an elder home, and second, that cutscene took forever.
Were you listening at all?
No, not one bit. I actually want you to explain what I need to do.
You cannot be serious, Donald.
I'm sitting here waiting, aren't I?
The character, Luna, is trying to hunt down the blue blood killer, which claimed her cousin's life. She hopes to do so by going through Neighborhood Watch reports in hopes of finding some evidence.
Is she stupid? What kind of ego does she have?
Not like her cousin was killed or anything.
Whatever. But I'll play along. Time to lock down this neighborhood and help this lady mourn in peace.
There's definitely going to be more to mourn after we're done.
Hello, door? Seems like this lady's house is against her, too.
A breaker unit there, I'm sure that's not important.
What's this? Wanted by the FBI, the blue blood killer.
Looks like it's our bulletin board for research.
Was this our cousin? Man, no wonder she got killed. The ego must run in the family.
That's a bit, you know what? I won't say what I want to say.
Oh, yeah, you can tell we're single, too. This is our dedication. No man or anything satisfying in life.
Donald, just when will fictional characters be safe around you?
Never. Now let's get to work. We got a lot of desktop icons here. Are we going to be using all of these?
If I remember correctly, we do, but that's only because these have minimal functionality to them.
Well, here's the report desk. What do we have cracking tonight?
I don't think it's appropriate to sunbathe in your backyard with little clothing on when you willingly know some teenage boys live around you. What?
Didn't know Colleen Ballinger was still around.
Wow.
All right, this looks like the identification system, so we just pop the information in here, right?
Yep, you got it.
The police are going to love digging through your search history, ma'am.
Search history isn't a safe topic around you, Donald.
Listen, I would be scared straight into a hiding hole if I saw your browsing history.
You're scared of mine? There's got to be war crimes hiding in yours. And that probably isn't the worst thing in there.
Can't even go 5 seconds without yapping about the game.
Well, at least we don't need help browsing the internet, Joe.
I was the one that built this laptop, you boofhead. The saying is wrong. You can teach an old dog new tricks.
Well, speaking of new tricks, do I fill out this weight or not? Because we don't know it.
I'm not helping you with everything.
Fine. I didn't need your help anyways.
So why did you
We'll
ask?
just search right from the get-go.
Or cut me off, that works too.
Hold on a minute. We got 4 different results here.
Rachel Green of Montana. Convenient how we just have access to this sort of stuff.
Donald, what are you doing?
What now?
That's going to submit the ticket. Don't do that just yet. Look around a bit more. Use more of the apps.
Can you let my jockstrap breathe a bit? I wasn't going to submit it yet. I just wanted it as a placeholder. Remember, I'm the world's best security guard. The very best.
Well, what is the very best security guard plotting?
Look at this right here. Social spy, I assume, allows you to spy on other people's social media.
Your gut instinct isn't letting you down so far.
We need some real substantial evidence.
We got something. Hold on.
Check out my page on Only Admirers. Made a 50% discount for everyone that signs up before Dare Day on June 1st. Come quick and you'll get something special.
Single mother alert. I hope your landlord raises your rent.
All right, then.
Well, so far, it's not looking good for Rachel Green, especially if she's trying to get nasty on the poop deck.
Regardless of what she's doing, it's pretty nasty when you call it a poop deck, Donald.
Taking the name a bit literal, Barack.
Let's see if we can get any results on police records. Maybe that'll help solidify our case here against Rachel.
That definitely won't be enough. We need some real hard knocks evidence. And there's not any police records regardless.
Dang, nothing on any of the Rachels? I was thinking there had to be some sort of loitering charge or something.
Swing and a miss.
Well, let's see what other magic we got in our bag of tricks.
SIM database. Let's just type in her name and see if there's any results for anything.
If I'm correct, this is regarding their cell phone information. So we should be able to pull up old
Got it.
messages and things of that nature.
I feel like we're violating several laws while we're in the process of this, but who cares?
Now you're getting into the spirit, Obama.
I don't know if I would call it spirit.
What am I supposed to do here?
We have to crack a code or something?
Why can't I crack it? That's the right number. Oh, we have to adjust the dial?
Looks like it, but how can we tell when it's right?
Are you serious? That made no sense. I had the right number in the first place. Why do I have to crack it open like a safe?
Most likely still has security protocols, Donald.
Well, we'll get back to that later.
I needed a bathroom break anyways.
We just started.
He's holding his phone in a weird way. Freaky Obama is back at it again.
Shut up, will you?
Don't take too long. Last time Michelle was in there, I had to call a plumber.
How's the race coming along?
Great. How's the dropping out coming along?
It's fantastic. I can focus on horror games and finally relax in my golden years.
For you, it's most likely the silver years.
Yeah, your hair absorbed all the gold before my years could get to it.
The jealousy of not having hair is running rampant on you.
There's a joke I could make about your toupee, but unlike you, it's running away from me.
Speaking of running, how's the dropping out coming along?
We just keep going in a circle, huh?
Old habits die hard, Joseph. Old habits die hard.
You know, some circles end, though.
Yeah, I do. Circle of life is all about doing many things for the last time. An interesting concept, very interesting.
C'est la vie, as they say.
Yep.
Are you not going to pause the game?
In all honesty, I expected Obama to just wiggle his juice out, but something tells me he's not using a urinal.
I have the plumber on speed dial, if necessary.
Something tells me Obama doesn't know that.
Something is telling you right.
All right, did I miss anything?
Do I need to?
And no, you do not need to call the plumber, Joe.
Just making sure.
While you were treating that bathroom like Shrek's outhouse, we found out that Rachel bought some interesting apparel from a store called Pleasure Palace.
Sunless bronzer, sunbathing mask, and sun tanning oil.
All of which someone would be purchasing if they were going to sunbathe.
To be fair, this lady does seem like a Karen the fact she's this into someone's business, but I can see how it's a problem with adolescents next door.
Well, this is a giant waste of time because I doubt this beanstalk of a woman is linked to the blue blood killer in any way. But I'm already this deep into this mess, so I might as well just check out all of our tools.
Good thing the old dog knows some new tricks.
Whatever jargon you say, remember to unplug the computer and plug it back in when we have technical issues.
That won't erase your history, Donald.
And yet here you are, likely scheming at ways to erase yours.
Anyways,
I think we already narrowed it down to this lady right here. However, I still want to crack this sim just because it's annoying me.
We also only have circumstantial evidence with this. I say we still need to look for something a bit more concrete.
Oh, I'm in. What are you looking up, Rachel?
Bunch of only admirer searches on here. Looks like she's following up with her social media inquiries.
I wonder if she ever thought people would be snooping around her phone.
They don't have inner monologue. Now let's get to the pictures.
Of course, Donald is fixated.
Boring. Let's see what's in text convos.
Seems like she's having a pretty enthralling conversation with Amber Kay.
Rachel just recently sent an email to only admirers, but this just backs up what we already have.
I think that tanning purchase is evidence enough. It's not like we really need to attach any of this. We already know that this lady is the one doing all of this anyways.
Yeah, but if we don't have anything solidified, the report could be rejected, which only creates more problems for us.
Like we need any of that. Isn't the whole point of the game to avoid people that are hunting us down?
Not ironic at all that we're browsing through a virtual prostitute's phone.
I'm just reading along here trying to regurgitate what they're texting, but in all honesty, it's not really anything substantial.
If they're talking about all this, maybe they should talk about finding a father figure. How about that?
You never know, maybe her father is still around.
Yeah, well, he's only been at the store for the past 23 years.
Well, from the looks of it, we've done just about everything we can.
I'll just use this as the evidence and we'll go from there.
You know, Donald, a part of this game is checking around the house to make sure nobody has broken in. I highly recommend you do that. We haven't gotten up since the start of the game.
I had other matters to attend to, like shaming a Reddit girl. All right, let's look around a bit more.
I'm surprised we didn't get up to stretch in the first place.
Why is this window open? Luna, are we stupid?
Fresh air, I guess.
That window is already closed. How do I lock it? How do I lock the window?
Does it not let you?
No, I thought I was clicking it, but I wasn't. I guess Luna really is stupid after all.
She ranks pretty high in the legal system.
Well, her taste in art sucks. That was a horrid-looking painting.
Sort of reminds me of that One Weekend album cover.
I'm starting to think Luna is actually deficient in common sense. Like your cousin got killed, and you have the bright idea to keep all of your windows open?
Interesting choice, but I think that's how the house starts out, so I think we just have to be ready.
Good heads up for next time.
Whoa. Why is the room dark? I don't like dark rooms in my own house.
Did we even go into this room?
I'm not sure, but I can't remember if the game starts off with all of the lights on or not. Might be a good idea to make a mental note of our surroundings.
It's probably financially irresponsible to keep all the lights on at one time, unless we get paid the big bucks.
When you have to have a flashlight regularly equipped to your waist just to walk around your own house, that's a problem.
Seems like she's used to this sort of pressure, whoever's applying it.
Donald, it is not a good idea to be in the dark. Just turn the light on.
There's not even a light switch. Well, I'll just shut up.
On top of the many stupid things that you've said and done, I rate this on the C tier.
Blah, blah, blah. Go cry to your wife about it.
Isn't what you just did a form of crying in a way?
He'll never admit that, though.
This is like the third time I tried to go in the bedroom and the door acts like a nightclub bouncer.
Maybe this house is haunted.
Like, look at this. Why do they always try to crease my J's?
I think creasing your J's should be the least of our concern right now. This is the third window that's just been opened.
There's someone in the house. Guarantee there's someone in the house, probably hiding on the terrace or something.
Then that wouldn't be in the house.
You know what I mean.
We really don't.
Set cams. Did we need to be doing this the whole time?
I thought that was mostly understood, but I stand corrected.
Oh, we're on our Five Nights at Freddy's for sure. Make sure we don't have animatronics moving around.
So far, I don't see any bears or bunnies trying to make it clap, and I'd prefer to keep it that way.
Trying to make it what?
Instagram Reels found a home rooted away in Donald's memory cabinet.
Whoa, what just happened? Did someone just turn the power off?
Do you remember where the breaker is? We could probably use that to turn the power back on.
That's what I'm trying to remember, but I don't want to get put in a body bag. Is it in this room right here?
Just brace yourself for impact.
Is it? No, this is the bathroom. Why doesn't this lady have a gun or something? Did you not see what happened with your cousin?
If we're doing things like this, I feel like having a firearm is almost necessary.
Here we are, the breaker. Now let's not die. Wait, do I have to flip more on?
I think that should be it. I don't remember the game having a multiple breaker mechanic.
Oh, wait. And just like that, we have light in this household once again.
Now, I think it's important that we, did you open that?
Either I have the strongest swing on planet Earth or we need to call Zach Bagans.
This isn't a bad spot, now that I have a second look at it. Could use some carpet in the living room, though. That's what I will say.
Maybe some better lights too, ones that don't always turn on and off.
She definitely gets her supplies from Family Dollar.
With how much paper she uses, I don't blame her.
All right, time to submit the report now. Do I drag it over here or something? Does that shredding mean report filed?
No, it means we shredded the report. So all of the work that we just did meant nothing.
Well then.
It was a stupid report anyways. On to the next one.
Yep, that's certainly cope.
Last night I was awoken in the middle of the night by what sounded like a group of men talking directly outside my window. I went downstairs to get a visual of what they looked like. When I turned on the outside lights, they scattered like a bunch of cockroaches.
Yeah, he's liberal.
I counted 6 white men with dark clothing on.
What are you talking about?
I walked outside and found they broke some parts off my golf cart in an attempt to steal it, I think.
Rule number 1 is to get the shotgun. He failed that rule, and now he's forced to look at a middle-aged woman on neighborhood watch, take care of his problems.
He was outnumbered 6-1. You can't really blame him. Also, this is the entire purpose of the neighborhood watch.
Just to put it out there without any future harassment, I would be the best neighborhood watchman, the very best.
With the mansion you live in, there isn't much of a neighborhood to watch.
Shrubbery can get pretty active in the late night.
Whenever you two stop being Democratic fuddy-duddies is the day we can prosper as a country.
I wasn't even trying to be whatever Polish word you just said. I was being realistic. How do you anticipate an all-nighter when the only thing you have to watch is your butler picking up the DoorDash?
It must be the time of year where snails can sprout from banana trees because you're as slow as they get. Haven't you heard of cameras, Obama? No internet connection?
Oh yeah, there's a router in the backroom closet that you have to reboot. Forgot to tell you that.
You also forgot to tell him what's a shredder and what's not.
You see, this is why I'm the best watchman and you're not. Even with me being in the mansion, I'm the very best.
That's my point. How would you even monitor the neighborhood when all the cameras would barely wrap around your house?
Silly, silly Obama. Always worrying about the over and never worrying about the under. Is it good to go?
Yep.
Perfect. Obama, you need to get your head under the clouds before lightning strikes your big old bald head.
Are you going to stop talking in riddles or are you going to answer my question?
This is like witnessing Batman talk to the Joker in real time.
You cannot be a real person. Did you just forget that cameras can exist anywhere on planet Earth? Why would I need cameras to be directly attached to my house?
Yeah, real intuitive thought when there's no power at the end of the street.
Obama, you bloody tampon, you're getting stupider and stupider the more you talk. Do batteries not exist for you liberals, or is that not environment friendly enough?
Say, Joe, how's the weather?
It's fantastic. How are you doing today, Joe?
I love bickering in front of the camera with thousands of people watching.
Me too, Joe.
Look what you're doing. Joe needs his headlights changed.
This might be the worst conversation we've ever had, and let's hope no one asks us how to change a light bulb. We'll die before we do.
I'm surprised we didn't get a larger pool of results here.
Wait, are we looking for all 6 of them or just one? Are all 6 guys exactly 5'6" and 225 pounds?
Dang, 5'6" and 225 pounds. How did he scatter so fast?
He must have rolled away like an Autobot or something.
You make it hard not to comment on your weight.
Well, none of these guys really match the report, but it's easier to guesstimate someone's height rather than their weight. So I'll assume the height is more accurate.
This is an eyewitness testimony.
We got Barry Wright, age 26, weight 182 pounds. Well, you're in the right place, pal.
He does not look like he's 26 or 182 pounds.
I don't think the game paid that much attention to detail.
Well, we're gonna roll with this guy for now. He best matches the description. But let's try to find some more evidence before we throw the book at him.
I want you to notice the red square up at the top of this screen. That's how many reports that we can get wrong throughout the week. If we get so many wrong, then we fail our quota.
Made a mental note for it when Donald dies and I have to take over.
Which is never. So we have Barry's social media, and he looks like he's just down to get dirty.
Seems like we have a certified lover boy on our hands.
But so far, this doesn't really prove anything regarding destruction of property.
You have a point. Abigail is fine. She's made of sunshine. Her kisses are sweet, but her skeletons are obsolete. Is this guy just taking pictures of random women?
He must be, because he certainly has zero game.
Nothing wrong complimenting a girl, but posting about multiple women is certainly an interesting choice.
Yeah, this freak is definitely still using Facebook. Another Zuckerberg Zucker, if you catch my drift.
I really don't.
Just off his inability to keep a woman, I'm going to search police records. Maybe this will point us in the right direction.
If not, it may be the best case to look at another person, because I don't think we have a strong case here.
Yep, we really don't have a case here.
Who should we pick
But
next?
something strikes me off about this guy. I'm almost positive there's something here. We just have to keep digging.
Oh, okay then.
That's a risk, Donald.
Now, hold on. What did he buy here?
Spice blend, percolated pipe, red cherry syrup, rainbow slinky, massage oil, and glow sticks.
For $380. Did he buy 1,000 glow sticks for a Mr. Beast challenge?
No, those women on Barry's Facebook look too old to be Mr. Beast fans.
They're also too old to be around Mr. Beast and his team anyways.
I knew the Mr. Beast Island seemed familiar.
Can't say that one too loud.
This guy's a blown-out weirdo. I don't know whatever RuPaul's Drag Race events that he's holding in his bedroom, but he needs to be investigated more.
Again, this is a risk because we don't have anything that ties him to this specific report. He could also be associated with another report that we'll have in the future, so keep that in mind.
Got it. Now we spy on him.
Ladies and gentlemen, reminder that this is a very common thing to happen.
Whoa, what is he looking up?
GHB, truth serum, and local young single ladies.
And how to dig a hole for a body?
I told you this guy was a freak.
GHB is a party drug, by the way, so this is hinting he could have drugged someone and they overdosed.
Well, that seals the deal. Even if he's not related to the report, I gotta let people know that this man is basically guilty of murder.
I thought you weren't about being guilty until proved innocent.
He practically proved himself guilty. All right, let's stretch out and get a good look around. No Russian men hiding, that's good.
That's your definition of a good look around?
Well, we're dead.
I'm not done looking around, you simpletons. I'm still gonna do my due diligence on the cameras. I can't have any leprechauns attacking us.
Leprechauns?
I think he means the guy in the lab suit.
All right, how do I submit this thing?
Drag it over. It looks like you already knew.
They don't call me the world's best neighborhood watchman for a reason.
I'm not so sure, Donald. Look at the top of the screen. The number near the red square just went up.
Are you serious?
I told you to watch out for that. If the report isn't consistent, why would anybody investigate?
My bad for wanting to catch a freakazoid, but I guess we're on to the next report.
There have been several cars in and out of Devon's driveway today. More than one of them didn't even have plates on the vehicle, and I'm pretty sure he was arguing with one of the drivers while gesturing for him to get the car into his garage.
Plug weird, but he chill.
Caught me on look in the commotion and gave me this look that said, go the fuck inside and mind your business.
Interesting.
Which is exactly what I did, but I continued to watch from the comfort of my home.
This guy's a loser.
When everything settled, he went to shake the driver's hand and the driver pulled his hand away.
Certainly didn't mind his own
I
business.
squinted to see what was wrong with Devon's hands, and they had an odd, unnatural reddish hue to them.
Plug is most certainly more than weird, but the person filing this report is no better. You don't have anything better to do than spy on your neighbors?
We're on Neighborhood Watch for a reason. I'm assuming the only people that are reporting to Neighborhood Watch are at least in their 40s.
Typically, the younger generation are too involved with their own lives that they don't care, or they can't afford houses in neighborhoods with Neighborhood Watch.
That says a lot about the current state of the economy and the current leader of the economy.
Are we really doing this? We're playing a tattletale game of I Spy and we're going to argue over the economy?
No, but if you shout like this, I'm going to match your energy.
You two don't have a lot of shouts left. Don't be wasting them here.
Oh, I'm just messing around. I don't really care.
Oh,
No results found?
did you type out any of the information wrong?
I don't think I did. I'm checking back and forth right now, and all of it looks right.
Joe, any input?
I'm trying to remember if the game has some reports that the suspects are almost impossible to find.
Well, we can't really file a report if we don't have a lead, so we might be out of luck on this one. Yeah, Devon just doesn't even exist or something. He's a figment of this guy's imagination.
So what now? Do we just move on to the next report or something?
I'm going to check his name on any debit cards because they have to list his government name on legal documentation.
Let's hope we can get some sort of result. Never mind.
Well, I'm just convinced that this person doesn't exist.
What's your move?
I don't really care. I'll submit it just to calm that guy's nerves.
Don't look now, but it was another wrong report.
I knew that guy was a drug addict, just like Rambley from the last game.
Rambley wasn't on drugs. He was just eccentric.
I was jogging around the park and I saw a woman pushing a girl into a car. I had my headphones in and they were far away, but it looked like the girl was crying as she clutched her face.
What the?
What? I should get some rest. Oh, we're going to bed.
Finally, after a bunch of hard work, the world's best neighborhood watchman can at least get a good night's rest.
What the?
Ow, that hurt.
And we just lost the game.
We got kidnapped? Why did we get kidnapped? Is that because of the stupid reports?
No, we died because we didn't check the windows. The windows will automatically pop open due to a failure in the lock mechanics, and someone can sneak in if we don't regularly check them.
Would have been nice to know beforehand, Joe. Now I got to see this smiling critter fanboy come in with the bass drop again.
You know what that means, right? The music agrees. It's my turn to play.
All right, Obama, since I'm the world's best neighborhood watchman, I'll give you some tips.
We got a broken nose and a bloody lip last time we listened to you. I'll just go with my gut instinct for once.
We have to start playing more games that I'm not aware of, because it's no fun just sitting back and watching you guys play.
Well, if you stopped picking the games that you played, maybe we would have that possibility, you dingus.
It's not my fault that these games are so good that you need to play them. Tell game developers to make good games that I've never played before.
Maybe you should have saved the game playing for retirement and not the Oval Office. Instead, we have Candy Cadet bringing back nickel candy and avoiding several critical wars.
Don't blame me. I just play horror games.
I'm not sure if that defense is going to stand on any weighted judgment.
I'm like the Burger King. I don't make the burgers, but I'm the king of them. In the same way, just because I'm president doesn't mean every little thing has to be something I worry about.
That sounds like something I would say. Why are you stealing my lines?
Yeah, you guys definitely need to stop being around each other so much.
I just know she has the BBL Drizzy headset.
The BBL hoo-ha?
It's a wonder if aliens really are avoiding this planet.
You know those headsets I'm talking about.
Not one bit.
You're on your own, man.
The headsets where they throw any customer service agent on a desk and make them answer internet calls.
Oh, a call center headset.
Yes, exactly. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you, Obama. I was losing myself in my thoughts for a minute.
That doesn't really sound like the comfiest headset in the world.
We've had this conversation before. Everything about customer service sucks, especially the people, but the equipment is certainly no better.
We're not even wearing a headset, are we?
Beats me, but I feel like we would need to if we're looking to hear things on the cameras.
Then how would we be able to hear the things inside?
You know, that's not an issue I'm really considering, because we shouldn't be in this mess in the first place.
Life is unpredictable, they say.
So this is our suspect. And now we have to find evidence that he's been doing something that matches this report, right?
Right.
What did this Kroger employee do again? I didn't really care to read the report.
He had weird stains on his shirt and he was acting suspicious.
Why are these people so nosy?
No results for any social media. Can I use his alias?
You should be able to. Also, to answer your question, Donald, Neighborhood Watch is typically full of nosy people.
That's so stupid. Let a guy breathe or something. This guy doesn't even sound that weird. Maybe he spilled coffee on his shirt or something.
His social doesn't reveal anything either. All this post is saying is that he's available to pet sit, and this was over 6 years ago.
One punch man falling onto hard times.
We don't exactly have to be scared of getting one or two wrong, but keep in mind that the rejected reports don't reset. So the game could get really difficult later in the week.
I'm aware. That's why we need to get them correct now.
We got not one, but two purchases here. Big spender.
Some bleach, a black hoodie, and black jogger pants. Not suspicious at all.
Considering the report, that certainly raises some eyebrows.
Are we Neighborhood Watch for the entire city, or do we just live on O Block?
And now we have gloves, masks, rubbing alcohol, and disinfectant wipes.
Well then.
I feel like this is evidence enough, but we don't know if there was even someone butchered. That's the problem with these reports. There's nothing conclusive.
Nothing is going to be conclusive. You have to remember these reports are flawed because they're based off of civilian perspectives.
You're telling me, do I put it as evidence or not? Ugh, this is frustrating.
Come on, you can find more than receipts, Obama. With that wall of apps, we're just going to use this tiddlywink of evidence?
No, you're right. I definitely can dig up more. I just have to be a bit more patient.
It's light work for you, Obama. These people are straight Nimrods, absolute pea brains. They're not good with covering their tracks, so we can sniff them out like a hound dog.
Their text messages are a great place to start, especially when we take into account their purchases.
I was hesitant at first, but this man has to be hiding something under that big nose of his.
Now is it appropriate to say the term cavity search?
And we're in.
Oh, geez, you're right. He does have a big nose.
Focusing on the wrong thing here.
Is hydrogen peroxide safe on cotton clothes? More incrimination here.
Client and supplier?
Oh, this guy is a hitman. I think we found ourselves the money load right here.
Yeah, he's talking super weird.
Now we have client 23X. I think this is our gold mine.
Let's see here.
Do you want them held or do you want them gone? I want them gone. This man is doing what?
So that's what he meant on his Facebook when he was talking about pet sitting.
Yeah, sitting them in the grave.
Well, there's the evidence that we need. Putting him saying he doesn't get caught is so ironic.
Pride comes before the downfall, as they say.
All right, Big Nose Anthony. I suggest that you bring nose plugs to plug your nose in prison, because those prisoners will use anything and everything available to them.
Yeah, he's not seeing daylight again. Too bad, so sad. On to the next report.
That's the attitude to have, Barack.
It's no secret that Mr. Taylor's business is going down the gutter. Sounds like Mr. Taylor isn't as financially successful as the world's best businessmen, the very best.
You declared bankruptcy 5 different times.
6, actually, and they were all bold and strategic moves, very strategic.
Well, moving on from that little factoid, it seems Mr. Taylor is using some back alley business tactics to scrape by.
Well, so far he's innocent until proven guilty. That's what I say.
If only the judge preceding my trial thought the same, we might have had a chance to live in a perfect world.
Well, I will say that these neighbors have got to be the nosiest sons of guns I've ever seen.
Looks like we got a hit.
Alfred Taylor. You know, he kind of reminds me of Vivek Ramaswamy.
He looks nothing like him. Besides, maybe the same old businessman smile.
The receding hairline looks more like Barack.
And I regret saying anything.
Shoving your foot in your mouth again?
You know, we've been sitting here for a while. Let me check the cameras real quickly.
Smart thinking. I don't think Donald did enough of that, if we're being honest.
Would have helped if you said anything, you know.
I think he was talking about smart thinking. Wait, what's this? A bolo?
Oh, yeah, read those real quick, Barack. They're actually important.
Again, where was this when I needed it?
Last night I thought I heard something outside my house, so I promptly checked my security cameras to see what it was and saw a strange man...
Joe again?
...creeping around.
I can still punch, you know.
Unsure of what this person was doing, snooping around outside, I shined the camera light on them to get a better look at who it was.
Is this the guy from the menu?
Yeah, this is the one.
Why is he mewing?
Couldn't tell you.
After clearly being caught, he ran off, but after checking the footage a couple times, his face seemed so familiar. It dawned on me after the fact that he matched the description of the man police were after for a murder.
Just the natural things that loiterers do.
It's our duty as members of the Watch to keep the community safe and aware of what's going on. I recommend everyone shares this message to monitor your cameras and, if available, use your camera lights to deter any suspicious persons away from your property.
How about sharing the message with the police? Or are we just stupid now?
Notice how it says we should use the lights on the cameras to deter anybody away. Keep watch on those cameras when we have free time.
Good to know, Joe. What about this other bolo?
What did they do to Agent 47?
As of today, we've notified the agency about a potential suspect we believe is involved in a sex trafficking ring.
Mr. Clean got his hands dirty.
We'd like to stress this message specifically to the women, as you could in fact be his next target.
And we just so happen to be a woman.
Based on the track record, it seems as if he is looking to kidnap women exclusively.
Because he's too weak to pick on someone his own size, I'll tell you that.
It's also come to my attention that the builder who developed many of the homes in this area cut some corners. Many of the reports point to a compromised window locking mechanism as the culprit behind the unwanted entries.
That's the reason we died, Donald. We didn't check the locks enough.
Security is key here. Leave your lights on. Ensure your windows are locked.
So because of someone else's construction ignorance, we have to suffer and deal with home invasions?
Yeah, welcome to Reality 101.
That's stupid. You're telling me we can't fix the lock mechanism in the daytime?
Luna must have a fear of going to hardware stores. But back to our friend Alfred.
That seriously upsets me. With the rich neighborhood we live in, there can't be a housing inspection done or something. And the internet is out? Luna, move out of here now. This is ridiculous.
Luna may be too focused on finding the blue blood killer that she neglects everything else in her life.
Luna, just do yourself a favor and move to an area that has Comcast. I'm begging you, because we cannot be resetting the internet multiple times a day.
Comcast isn't all that good. Let's be honest with ourselves. Now, Verizon, they're the real deal.
She could have Spectrum for all I care. Just get rid of AT&T. I've had enough of these shenanigans.
I can't turn around.
What?
Why can't I turn around?
I didn't try that. We can't even turn around while it's rebooting?
No, we can't. It's an interesting game mechanic, I'll say that.
Earth to Luna. Look at what AT&T is doing to us here. Even satellite would be better.
With the way we're going, we're certainly not going to get sponsored by AT&T anytime soon.
Why would I even want a sponsorship from AT&T? As soon as they try to send me money, the system would be rebooting.
I think we're being a bit dramatic here, but I won't argue. I'll just look up some more dirt on our old pal Alfred here.
There's not really much to go on besides word of mouth, but I suppose all these reports are word of mouth.
No results found for any social media, which is interesting, especially if he's trying to run a business.
How do you even prove that Alfred is supporting a crime syndicate?
I'm going to try his debit card to see if it spills any details, although I have my doubts. And it seems my doubts are going to prevail.
Target and a wine place. Seems like he had himself a bit of fun that night.
Maybe that's why his business is failing. The old tale of all play and no work makes Alfred a lazy couch potato.
That lazy couch potato doesn't seem to be getting himself in trouble either. I think our only gambit here now is to try his text messages, see if they reveal anything.
Let's give a big old round of applause for violating privacy.
Nothing is really private in this day and age.
Certainly not any governmental body we can blame for that.
Certainly not any governmental individual we can blame for that.
And I'm in.
How does social media work? Yeah, this guy is more than likely innocent.
Search history looks good. Nothing to hint that he's running some secret crime ring.
And we know how bad old people are when it comes to covering their tracks.
Anything in pictures? What a Facebook mom kind of gallery.
We got some text from Robert here.
Robert, I really need $2,000.
Yeah, this guy was supposed to be a mob boss, and he can't even be a boss baby. Tell me again, this case is valid.
I don't know what this has to do with Boss Baby, but I agree with you about the invalidity of this report.
I guess that's settled.
Now that I know I'm not going to report that guy, it's time to do the rounds.
Well, the only difficulties that we've seemed to have is when some crinkly bald man tried to sneak into the house and steal the Honey Nut Cheerios.
I wouldn't even mind the crinkly bald man outside of the house if the lock mechanic worked properly. And we still don't even know about the doctor guy.
Are the lab tech and the homeless man working together, Joe?
Not that I'm familiar with. I think the guy in the coat is a murderer while the Russian man is a kidnapper.
So we not only have one crazy, we have two of them. Two whole crazies.
At least they don't seem to be setting up any coordinated attack. I also think it's very unlucky that this lady falls under the scope of not just one maniac, but two of them.
Is this how people live in the inner city?
I think you're mixing up the inner city with modern-day Cleveland, but I can't blame you.
All right, well, I've pretty much seen all I needed to. Let's get this thing out of here.
Hey, look, that was the right call as well.
Light work for the team of the best security.
All right, and we can go ahead and shred that one too. Was that it?
Looks like it is.
Well, it's about time.
Yeah, no kidding.
And you didn't die either. We've officially passed the night.
One night? All that work and we only got one night out of it? That took like an hour.
Actually, I think it was over an hour.
These nights are as grueling as you make them, really. Also, the reports increase as well, so there's that.
Why are the lights turned off?
You could also ask why they aren't turning back on. You're telling me this place doesn't even have backup generators?
It's not like that, Donald. I think I was turning on the wrong light. But I don't understand why she keeps opening up her windows during this dangerous time.
Maybe she doesn't have a working AC unit.
This lady practically lives in a house made out of dirty Q-tips and pizza cardboard, and you're telling me we're worried about neighborhood watch?
Luna really will catch the blue blood killer by any means necessary, but that also must mean that more than likely we aren't getting the best nutrition in our bodies.
A blood system made up of sugar substitutes and Subway sandwiches.
There's 13 different things that I would mix in that bloodstream, including black tar and cigarette ash, but Subway sandwiches seem just a bit too healthy.
Okay, I doubt she's a Dark Soul skeleton. I just mean proper amino acids and carbohydrates.
Your proposition has not altered the comparison, not even in the slightest.
All right, time to get the night started.
We have to do 5 reports tonight? We're not made of time, you stupid system.
There's a lot of construction sounds coming from Anthony's backyard, especially at night, when a lot of us in the neighborhood are trying to get some sleep.
Disturbing the peace, huh?
I've heard hammering, sawing, drilling, and even a jackhammer one night. My wife looked over the fence and swore she saw him building what seemed like several coffins.
I sincerely hope that no criminal is ever that stupid to build up his schemes in broad daylight. Not even Gotham would have that level of stupidity and crime.
He's not only making himself a target for his neighbors, he's making himself a target for the actual police force.
I'm going to be more general with my searches from now on. These reports can be off sometimes.
Yeah, it looks like that's the way to go. We actually have a pool of results this time.
I think that's our man in question.
Why do all of these suckers smile like they're taking a photo for a job interview? Their social media has to be some of the most boring, truly boring spots on the face of the internet.
Donald, yet again, focusing on what matters, truly matters.
As usual. What are you doing, Barack?
Something's not right. It was the quietest sound I've ever heard, but I swear I just heard something that I usually don't hear at that computer.
Elephant Ear Obama must be hearing the car crash from 15 blocks over. I wasn't able to hear a thing unless you have some unrecognized ESP.
I wouldn't go as far as to say that, but I do commend Barack for staying on the cautious side. You know how the game goes? The further you get into it, the more difficult it becomes.
Unless this lady just brands a big iron on her hip, what are we even going to do in the events that the crazy jacket man breaks into our house? Run outside and hope the Russian helps?
Maybe it's like a turf war thing, and both of them are fighting for the right to commit acts against humanity on us.
That's not something that you can really spin in a positive light, Barack.
Well, someone has to be positive, and it's certainly not you two at the moment.
Not a lot to be positive about. I'm watching this 6'3" man cosplaying a 5'2" Latina mom trying to fend off intruders with a spatula.
And is it or is it not working?
That's my point. The fact we have to ask ourselves that is the biggest problem of them all.
Anyways, back to our coffin critter over here.
Took a visit to the abandoned rail station of Manahala West, built in 1844 and decommissioned in 1986. If only I had ridden the majestic transport that ran through this beautiful country.
Well, he likes old people things. Maybe that will link him to a burial or something.
I don't know if you just saw at the top, but it seems like he's building something with another friend of his.
I did see that, actually, and is the main reason why I'm going to do a bit of digging around through his phone.
Golly goo, I'm so bored right now, I'm just this close to screaming.
We got some receipts here with quite the dollar bills listed on them.
Wait, the internet didn't go out?
No, you dingus. The message read that no police records were found.
Not much there from what I just gathered. Even if we prove that this guy is building something, who's to say that the wife was even right?
Building coffins also doesn't directly loop him to any murders. There is still a heavy amount of evidence that we would have to assume for there to be a valid report.
I don't want these people breathing down our necks the entire time when all we're trying to do is have a bit of fun here.
I'm trying to do a job, you're trying to have fun. We are not the same.
You're using Neighborhood Watch to help find the Blue Blood killer. I'm using Neighborhood Watch to judge the neighbors. We are not the same.
I don't think that was a point in your favor, Donald, but I'll just let Barack work his magic.
This is where all the gold is, after all.
Miniature trees, locomotive sets, backyard train sets. Yeah, this guy's wife clearly is a blonde, and I've never even seen her before in my life.
There's a bunch of pictures in here, too, of them building the train set. This is what they must be doing all hours of the day and night.
Sounds like the guy's wife just wanted a reason to put his name on a Neighborhood Watch report.
The nerve of some people to go out of their way to do that is astounding, truly astounding. The ignorance of the Montana mildew must be seeping into the brains of the civilians.
Well, whatever the case is, the report can just get shredded. Probably the biggest nothing burger that we've had so far.
We seem to be getting through this with a lot of ease, the biggest ease of the 21st century.
I wouldn't say that. For all you know, we could have left our car door unlocked and the jacket guy snuck in for the night.
It's true that crackheads also need a place to stay.
Homelessness is at an all-time high, I suppose, but the point is that you're wishing bad luck on us, Donald.
Here you go again with that superstition crap. Joe, listen to me and listen to me carefully.
Oh, boy.
We could have our doors as wide as the sea, our windows ready and waiting to give every burglar a trip to Cancun. And even then, these scaredy cats wouldn't get in. Not a chance.
Whoa!
Well then, seems like Donald's taunting did the trick, and also lagged the jump scare as well.
We became a statistic?
Do I have full authority to blame that loss on Donald? Because he absolutely just willed that on me.
And so what if I did? What are you going to do about it?
Think fast.
What?
You did not think fast.
Did you just knock him out?
Didn't mean to, but he'll wake up soon enough.
I'll order some Papa John's for him. Maybe that'll snap him back into it.
Ooh, that sounds like it'll hit the spot. Get me something, too.
You want pineapple on your pizza, I assume?
You want to end up like him? What a way to get greeted by the game.
This is how crackheads look at you when they ask for gas money.
Stuttering, huh? You nervous or something at the sight of our furry friend?
I'm not stuttering because of the fear. I'm stuttering because of the crack.
Looks like someone drank a Red Bull today.
After the extremely long wait and several Adderall bottles, today is finally the day. Gentlemen, welcome to Poppy Playtime Chapter 3.
And what a welcome it is. Tom finally popped his top off and consumed Jerry.
This has been in the making for a long time, right? Even before we started playing it. This will certainly be interesting moving forward.
Are we not going to talk about the menu? What happened to the relaxing factory and 30s music? Why did we get thrown into Silent Hill?
Trust me, I was surprised too. Since this is a whole new game, I have no idea what to expect, so we're all going in with our head in the clouds.
So what you're saying is that we're cooked, fried, and beer battered.
Speculation is speculation. Only one real way to find out.
Onward and upward, as they say.
We're going downward, if anything.
What's the time?
And we got a cassette going?
Not the kids screaming. What did
We got a cartoon intro? There's a whole cartoon series for this?
This is the Care Bears you get from watching Peacock.
I believe I already saw this segment in the trailer, but I'll just let it play out for now.
Is this what that happy intro was for? A horror house?
Something tells me this isn't Peacock that we're watching this on.
The wind's really scary.
It's wind. You're getting scared of a calm breeze.
I can't sleep.
Hey, we'll be okay, guys. I promise. All winds blow away.
Seems like the leader of the group, I'm guessing.
Who's knocking at this hour? And the door is unlocked?
Uh-oh, it's the cat.
They even have his mouth open here. He has everybody's mouth open.
Catnap!
They're happy to see him, at least.
Help us go to sleep, Catnap.
We need it, Catnap.
Help us.
Sleep.
Why do you need him? What is this angle? Is that the whooping cough?
What's going on? Oh, they took some funny gas.
Why are they laughing? Stop laughing. It's not funny. That doesn't mean look at me.
Well, Don, they stopped all right. They stopped the whole cartoon.
Everyone knows Huggy Wuggy and Poppy Playtime, but are your children...
Is that Jacksepticeye?
No. No, it is not.
What you've seen here is Playtime Co.'s own Smiling Critters.
They could use a pair of teeth, in my opinion.
To celebrate the release of the toys sharing its name. Yet both now face the fire sparked by the inclusion of one key member. This is Catnap.
He's not napping with that face.
His line, you just pull his little tail and...
Actual booger sugar comes out of him. Are you kidding me?
However, parents across the country report their children experiencing strange and often violent nightmares.
Nightmares?
Beside them, their little, grinning Catnap doll.
He has a black hole for a tongue.
This must have been when the factory started mass producing their own line of command.
All Catnap toys from the Smiling Critters line. His image cleared from all promotional material.
Interesting.
But damage already done, will disappearing be that easy? The exact cause of these incidents...
Why are they zooming in on his mouth? I doubt he knows what Listerine is.
Shut up.
Your children are not safe with Catnap.
I'm excited for this one. I haven't gone into a game blind in a while.
I respect the business, but why are all of their mouths agape like seagulls and not just catnap?
I think it's an interesting design choice, to say the least. Speaking of, I think we're looking through the eyes of the beast himself.
Someone get him some Colgate. I can smell his breath through the screen. Why are we opening the game from his perspective anyway?
Can't answer questions this time. But he's opening a hatch, it seems.
Good luck trying to go down there, cat fat. Oh, what is that thing?
Catnap isn't taking naps, that's for sure.
More importantly, if I'm guessing correctly, yep, that was us he threw down the tunnel.
What? Where did this cocaine gas cat throw us?
Well, this is certainly a way to start a chapter. I'm freaking out for my life with these sounds.
Something tells me that we might want to find an exit, and fast.
The walls are closing in. Donald, we're in a garbage disposal right now.
Well, get out of there.
What do you think I'm doing, Sherlock? Twerking on the wall?
No, that's a different Obama.
Okay, we're out. Wait. Are we good?
I think so. Just get moving because I don't know if anything is chasing after us.
Obama, what are you doing? That candy cat is after us.
I'm trying to pull us up. Okay, there we go. Wait, where do I go now?
Okay, just drop down for right now and look around to make sure nothing is after us. I don't think it is because the music would be most likely going rampant.
All right. Okay, let's do a quick summary here.
We were sent a tape to get in the old factory, and after getting chased by Huggy Wuggy, we found Poppy in a case. We released her, but she was taken by Mommy Longlegs. After playing her games, we defeated her and took the train to escape. However, Poppy changes directions, the train loses control and crashes, and we end up at the Playcare where Catnap is.
It's like you just read off the ingredients of a shampoo product.
And now we're just moving through the facility.
How it typically goes at the start.
And now I just broke my leg.
Obamacare won't be able to fix that. Nor will it be able to fix the nightmares I'll have looking at Catnap's wide open mouth.
What do we have going on here? Some platforming? I wonder how all of this was being powered, because there's no way that one power cell at the start of the game gave life to the entire underworld.
We already know that not everything is as it seems. Not only that, you got to think at just how deep this place goes. We thought Chapter 2 had a large layout until we got to the train part.
Elliot Ludwig's tax write-offs must have had the meeting good.
Okay, Looks like we made it to the top of whatever those pillars were. And it looks just as awful as I remember it.
Was Leith Pierre hiding the SCP Foundation down here? I made a joke about Hollow Earth, but I'm actually starting to believe it. This is hundreds of feet below the surface.
If anything, our character is aware of the fact that this entire chamber exists. At least he has to know somewhat of the things that went on. Not only did he work here, but Mommy Longlegs had some visceral disdain towards him.
And now we're just left to put the pieces together. It seems like we did some pretty significant damage to this area.
It's like the Polar Express was written by Quentin Tarantino.
They're really emphasizing the platforming aspect of this game so far, aren't they?
I'm noticing that as well. They're starting to compose a really well-balanced horror game. Very excited to see where this ends up.
Something tells me we might need a bigger litter box.
And you're telling me we have to go that way? Towards Clifford, the big red dog?
It's all possible that we could be playing a cat and mouse game soon. A bit appropriate for who our foe's gonna be.
How do I pull this thing? Have the mechanics changed at all? Or has it been that long since we played the game?
I think you got it at least. There you go.
Would help if you hit the button. Are you serious? Obama, with how long your fingers are, you can't sink your sticks into the platform?
Donald, it's our first time playing the game. If you think you're so much better, you give it a shot.
Little did you guys know that I'm the world's best platformer. The very best. Watch and learn, you two.
There we go. I got it for you guys.
Donald, there is a special sort of embarrassment out there for suckers that can't even make fire out of sticks and have to resort to an old man's help. We are those suckers.
You're going to criticize me for not being a gold Olympian for horror games, but you allow Joe to flash his fanny to the whole southern side of the United States. What is wrong with you liberals?
The Liberal Party has nothing to do with your inability to be humble, Donald. It's like you go out of your way to brag about how you're so much better than everyone. World's best platformer, and then you die to fall damage.
I don't mind playing Malcolm in the Middle, but I'm also trying to figure out how to get out of this place. I'd appreciate it if you guys don't get too loud.
You hear that, Obama? We're cleaning out the earwax in Joe's head. He might actually be a good president now that he can be partially sentient.
You're 77, Donald.
Oh, here the exit is. Quite the interesting room we have here. It's like a break room almost.
I call sleeping on the coochie couch.
Looks like that's where we were dumped. So we're at the start of the game. And there's these green glowing bricks. Yep, just as I thought. We have batteries now.
You exploring around before you pop the bricks in there?
Yeah, I'm toying around with everything. Getting my bearings straight before I get too deep into the game.
And we have another ring tape to curse ourselves with. Joe, are you going to play Handsy Poozy, or are you going to play the tape?
Like I said, I'm just toying around for now. I don't think there would be anything that triggers by just simply laying the grab pack on it, but you never really know.
Yeah, this actually does look like a break room, but I guess the natural damage after years of being abandoned kind of distorts it.
Obama, you might be Sherlock Holmes with these discoveries.
All right, Miss Harper. Please explain the situation. Spare no detail.
Wonder what the mask is about.
All the children were getting asleep. It was peaceful, quiet. Catnap had the red smoke in the room.
The gas is real?
There was this scream. Nightmares happen, I know, but this, dilated pupils and quivering lips.
Why are they taking care of children anyways?
Darted around the room, and I swear, her hand in mine, it felt like her blood was boiling beneath her skin.
Chloroform solves that.
She saw something too, something horrible. I'm sorry, I don't mean to.
A lot of emotions here.
Miss Harper, we'll provide the very best care we can offer.
Excuse me?
You have my word.
I don't know about that one.
That sounded sarcastic.
Did Marie happen to describe what she saw? Yes, a monster, she said that it was colorless.
Now that's interesting.
Colorless?
Poor little heart pounding. For her, it was right there. And her movements, they were so wild. Arms flailing, legs kicking.
This lady sucks. Have some concern, you robot.
I wanted to talk to her, see how she's doing. I really need to hear her voice right now. That would not be advised.
They won't even let her see the kid.
There are many concerns we must address at this time.
Yeah, they're hiding something.
But vitals show normal. and we'll continue to monitor. She'll be okay.
Whoa, that was the tipping point for her.
Me if I'm not comforted by that. Just bring my little girl back to me.
Talk about being unempathetic. That lady has to work on her bedside manners before talking to trauma patients.
Well, if it's not glaringly obvious, I'm sure there were several OHSA laws that were broken during the company's active time.
A health inspector visit would be like an FBI raid here. The city of a factory might as well be in place for a graveyard at this point.
Some useful information you guys need to know is that you have to stand right next to the socket when you plug in a battery. The hands don't extend out to it.
Thanks for the info. I'm sure that mechanic will come in handy if we have to rush through some battery placement or something like that.
Looks like we got another character speaker here.
They're just printing these things out.
I'm Bubba Bubbaphant.
Stupid name.
Hey, I remember you.
You remember what?
He remembers us.
Elephant always remembers.
Might just be a prepared panel.
Want to know what I remember about you?
Is it my dashing good looks and charm?
The answer was no, Don.
Seems like it just loops. Either way, that's a bit concerning how he says he remembers us. And he remembers us through agonizing screams.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Why is a phone ringing?
I couldn't tell you. But the bigger question is, who's ringing it?
You guys aren't more concerned? We just had death-curdling screams come from a blue elephant like we're in an insane asylum, and then we just get a phone call right after?
Don't you worry, Don. I'm bullying the cardboard animal right now. At any moment, he'll apologize for getting your panties in a bunch.
Remind me to throw the phone at you when we get there.
A kid?
Who are you?
You look kind of lost. I don't want you to die, so I'm gonna help you.
We must suck if a literal child needs to help us.
On the back wall. Ready? Boom! You can use that
Oh, that's what he was talking about. Well, seems like a helpful kid. I guess he'll be our guide for this chapter.
I'm sorry, how is a child alive down here? And how is he still a child? This place hasn't been open for 10 years.
Not going to question specifics, but if you look here, you can't grab the battery with the grab pack.
We're really out here using anchor arms to fight demons. We are finished.
Did you do that?
Of course you ask me.
That's where Catnap found you.
You mean cat crack?
I know you're probably mad at Poppy for not letting you escape, but she needs you. We need you.
So they're with Poppy.
Our mission. Together, we can save a lot of people.
This sounds like a cult.
Definitely a cult.
Straight ahead. It's the home of Catnap, one of the smiling critters.
Doesn't seem too happy naming them.
8 of them, I think. Now it's just him.
What happened?
Here is his church, his hunting ground, whatever he wants it to be.
You're not giving us confidence here, you miscreant.
Quickly, we'll keep in touch.
As I thought.
And by the way, my name is Ollie. Nice to meet you.
No, Ollie, not nice to meet you. I wish I never met you. I wish I never got thrown onto a train with an overgrown cat in the hat. I wish I never even came here.
Donald's hitting octaves I didn't think were humanly possible. And you're just as cool as a cucumber. How often do you get thrown into horrifying situations where you question your sanity?
I wake up to one every day, Barack. You get used to it.
What are you talking about? Your wife, your kids, or your presidency?
Who said anything about my presidency?
It might actually be a problem that we normalize hating our families.
That's poking stuff I haven't felt in years.
Oh, ew, Joe. Too much information on that little detail adventure.
Pink spider?
Don't come at me with that, Obama. You can't sit here and defend a man that was getting his willy whirlwinded by a metal gate. Have some class.
Well, in other news, we're right at the boundary of Elliot's Express. So there's that.
Is that the new Leaving Neverland?
Obama, don't insult Michael like that.
Hey, I'm Chicken. Want to go outside and hang out?
Wonder how this one's gonna end.
Looking pretty rad outside. I've never been outside before.
Kickin' Chicken confirmed to be a Valorant player.
Will you come with me? I'm scared.
Sure, Kickin' Chicken. What's the worst that could happen?
Here, follow me. I'll step out first.
Well, I guess we're about to find out.
Sounds about right for a Valorant player.
Time to get on Elliot Ludwig's expressway of fun.
Well, my first impression here is that there's not really any more innocence left in this factory. It's devolved from a toy company to some actual menacing abominations of humanity going on in this underworld.
For once, I agree. And of course, we get another horror tape here.
Hello. My name is Elliot Ludwig.
They keep blurring out his face.
At the world today. What one thing do you think it needs more of? I asked around once.
Odd time to ask this question. But why exactly did we get on this trolley thing without thinking about the consequences?
For lack of better choice.
And to hear this guy yap.
And I could perhaps see some little truth in each. But I think each was also missing something. Something.
Wait, what's that red glow ahead?
Was that a globe?
What are we looking at? Elliot, I don't care about your smile. I care about the Thunderdome that we're on a collision course with.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I'm more concerned about this red glow that's coming from this hole.
A smile is understanding. And there is nothing more gratifying to my soul than being the reason for a child's smile.
All this doesn't really mean anything with this red smog that we're getting into.
For it is only through hopes and dreams that we may create a better world.
Really trying to make the Hollow Earth theory into a reality.
Don't look now, but this dictator's speech is leading us straight into the fire and the flames here.
All while he is talking about smiles. Well, if this is the end, it was a good run while it lasted.
And they deserve a safe home. That is why.
Wait, what's happening on this side of the rainbow?
They have a whole village down here. I feel like the Grinch just watching on his mountain.
And there's the introduction.
An orphanage? Why does an orphanage need to be located in Sandy's Tree Dome?
A playhouse, a place to belong. Our very own ecosystem beneath the surface.
Yeah, this guy Elliot drinks the blood of a sacrifice or something. I'm not stepping towards him unless it's with a big iron and a sawed-off.
And counselors, mothers and fathers, until such a time they have all of that in you. May Playcare bring joy, inspiration, and smiles to all who enter these doors.
This reminds me of the People's Temple. There are just some very off-putting vibes going on here.
You can definitely tell the age of this thing. Again, makes me wonder who Ollie even is. Actually, what he is, because I doubt he would be a child.
You have a good point, Joe. Regardless, this place seems oddly lively for being abandoned after so long.
Look at this place. Speaking of, guess who you just willed into existence, Obama?
Of course you blame me.
It's me again, Ollie.
Hello, Ollie.
Cool place, right?
This is your definition of cool?
Now look at it. Anyways, do you see that statue in the middle of the room? Take the stairs that go under it. There's a really cool room in there that powers literally all of Playcare. I can give you a key down there.
We get to meet Ollie? Yeah, something tells me we're not going to live to tell that tale.
Was that a cat joke?
What a way to start the game. They definitely outdid themselves so far.
Right. I'm certainly impressed, too. I might be playing more as well, considering I'm going in blind. Is there anything you want to add briefly before I call it a video, Don?
You know the texture of a cat's tongue, right?
Cut the video, cut the video.
And we're back in the corpse carriage known as Freddy.
Don narrating for our blind audience.
And Chica looks angry. Who the hell pissed on her pizza?
Donald, why are you looking at me?
You know why, Joe.
Let's see here. And Bonnie looks angry too. He's giving the face of someone who stepped on a Lego.
For a party place, we sure got a lot of party poopers.
Maybe because they fucking died here, Don.
If they were as sultry as they are now coming into the establishment, then I think they kind of deserved it.
Do you hear what you say at all? Or do you just say shit without even thinking about it?
I want you to ask that again, Obama.
Do you?
No, the answer is no.
Do you guys want me to give you a brief rundown of all the animatronics?
That would be nice, Joe.
Yeah, whatever Obama said.
So there are a total of 10 animatronics to watch out for.
10?
Is the damn Brady Bunch after us? How are there 10?
Well, technically 11 now that I think of it, but the puppet in the music box doesn't really count.
Wait, that thing's a puppet?
I thought that was just Monica Lewinsky.
Really? She looks different when her face isn't in Bill's crotch.
Its real name is the marionette, and calling it Monica Lewinsky is insulting to the puppet, Don.
Okay, well, jokes aside, what does everybody do?
I'll start off with the most common animatronic, Foxy.
Speaking of, look who it is.
Goodness, he looks at us like a blind grandma.
Yeah, so what you're doing now works against Foxy. Rapidly flashing your lights so he becomes a deer staring down an oncoming semi-truck.
Off topic, but do you guys ever just want to mow down a deer when you see it just standing in the middle of the road?
I want to do that to you now, Donald.
What?
And all you're doing is just sitting on a couch right now.
The tolerant left, ladies and gentlemen.
Anyways, the other animatronics are Toy Freddy, Toy Chica, Toy Bonnie, Mangle, Withered Freddy, Withered Bonnie, Withered Chica, Withered Foxy, Balloon Boy, and one more animatronic that I'll keep nameless for now.
You just listed half an MLB roster, Joe. That's at least a third of sitting congressmen.
I know, it's quite the amount. However, all of them get fooled by your mask. Whether they stay at the vent or come up to your desk, all of them will leave you alone if you put on the Freddy mask in time.
I've been practicing that sometimes too, like this.
You got it, Barack. You're managing things a lot better than you were last game.
He's basically calling you shit, Obama.
Odd thing to translate from a compliment, but it's not the first time you've reached, Don.
Donald, try not to be an asshole challenge. Difficulty, impossible.
Joe literally said you were better at this game, but that implies you were a pile of horse piss at the first game. My fault for being grammatically correct.
This night hasn't really been as active yet, if I'm being honest. Just seems like a lot of Foxy.
Yeah, that happens with some of the nights. I mean, you just saw that the new ones were still on stage. It's sort of like a bait and switch, and activity swaps between the animatronics as the week progresses.
Can I ask why the withered ones look like they got brushed through a George Foreman grill?
Foxy, for example, was salvaged from an old location. From my understanding, either they were damaged before salvaging them or their exoskeleton was used for the newer animatronics.
Every time you answer my question, it just sounds like the plot to a Disney movie.
Think about this. What I'm telling you is a fraction to what is actually happening at this place.
Where's the Better Business Bureau when you need them?
They can be stuck raiding my hotels, but for this place, they just put the cork up their ass and twist away.
Well, your favorite animatronic is making another reappearance, Joe.
How the hell did they make him look creepier than the last game?
He's probably the most common animatronic you'll see in the hallway.
A creepy old skeleton wandering around a kid's place? Kind of sounds oddly familiar, Sleepy Joe.
Joe's favorite singer would probably be Kid Rock.
Ah, I get it. Clever, Obama, clever.
I go out of my way to help you guys, and this is the thanks I get.
We're just joking.
Never mind. That's Joe's favorite character. Also, when did you think I was joking? At what point have I laughed at anything I said?
Well, I'm just saying it because I'm just bored, to be honest.
Night 3 normally gets more active than this, too. Maybe we just have the good side of the luck this time.
Good thing I checked that vent.
Why can't I just kick these damn things back? Balloon Boy is like the size of a preschooler. You can't tell me he weighs that much.
They're coming in at max speed, so it would feel like trying to stop a bullet train.
Who's to say I can't stop a bullet train?
Donald, every time you ask these sort of questions, I remind myself of the time you had a press conference with Fox News and you stood like a velociraptor. So I'm saying you can't stop a bullet train.
I'd be surprised if you could stop yourself from eating.
Damn, 5 a.m. again, just like that. Obama has cruised this ship without being in a rough edge of water.
We're not out of the deep end just yet.
What the f***?
Quick reaction time. That's the way to do it, Barack.
Hell of a save, Obama. 1 second sooner and you would have been toast.
I was anticipating for that to happen all throughout the night, and I was about to give up at the last moment, but something told me to just do it again.
If you wind the music box up all the way this time, you should just be able to sit at your desk and let 6 a.m. hit.
Overall, a pretty stress-free night 3.
Yeah, I really don't know what to say besides congrats. Barack has just been chugging this train along like it's his daily chore.
Well, all in a day's work.
And you said this game would be harder than the first one, Joe. We've had little to no struggle, and we're almost to night 4.
Give it time, trust me.
If we give it too much time, you'll be on your deathbed.
Gentlemen, welcome to Night Delivery, a game by Chilla's Art.
Well, based off the indicating title, we'll be delivering something.
I did not get delivered from the womb for a delivery job. That's for a pauper to do, not the world's best security guard.
What if instead of a delivery man, you were a security guard for UPS?
I'm in.
Delivery man, something in Japanese, and then 31.
Considering the game is called Night Delivery, I'd only assume so.
So, if not obvious, this game is going to test our abilities as delivery men.
I'm playing once again. This is my last stop. After I deliver these 5 packages, I'm done for today.
You don't always have to pretend you're great, Obama. I'm the world's best security guard, the very best, and I can patrol these packages to keep out the prowlers.
Let's save the chitter-chatter. I got package A to deliver. All right, so we can view our inventory, and this package is going to room 206.
You must be delivering to the north side of Atlanta. This place looks like a trash can.
I mean, these seem like typical apartments. Considering that you're a realtor, I feel like you would know a thing or two about landlording.
Seems pretty basic so far. Now, if I'm correct, the name Chillis Art sounds familiar.
Sharp memory. Chilla's Art are the developers that made the game Akamanto.
Well, isn't that just great? We've already put down training pads in the office. Now they're actually going to get soiled on.
No, we did not, Donald. Stop lying to the audience.
You already got the game down pat, Barack. I guess you don't want to be playing long, huh?
I don't want another recording dragged out, like they always do. We'll ring the doorbell for now. Never mind, I guess we're knocking.
Nothing again? Did this guy take one too many NyQuil?
Can't we just leave the package at the door? Or do they have to sign off on it like UPS?
The better question is, why are we delivering storage boxes in the middle of the night? Who signed off on this?
Well, he finally answered the door. Here's your package, sir. You took way too long.
Excuse me, but you were the one taking an entire year to reach the door.
Sir, I think you just assaulted us. And he closed the door. Well, that was something for our first delivery.
No, no, no. Go back, Obama. I'm about to use that drunken buffoon as a squatter potty.
There's no point. I think we're at the end of our shift, so we might as well just cut the strings loose and get the job done.
Go back, Obama. I need to teach that single father a thing or two about respect, with a nice foot in the mouth.
There's no point. As difficult as jobs are to come by nowadays, I don't want to waste an opportunity by tossing a crap sack off the second floor.
We can have Joe's intern do it. It should be relatively easy to cover up. Not like that guy produced much to society anyways if he's living in a Detroit high-rise.
Can you stop talking about committing arson online?
Well, we're on our way to deliver the next package. Hopefully, this resident won't treat us like a homeless person and won't chuck a brick at our skull.
Don't count that possibility out. We're at the Krusty Towers, and we're probably getting treated like tongue scrapers.
While you take that to the right room, Barack, I wanted to ask you guys, has the online web face confused any of you too?
Don't talk like a record player, and maybe I'd understand, Joe.
He's talking about the internet. Wait, why did you call it that?
I'm referring to modern trends. If you ever take a gander over YouTube, you start to realize that there's a revival of odd patterns occurring in videos.
What are you even talking about?
Memes. He's referring to memes.
Yeah, that.
I'm here at 502. Let's see what projectile I'll get hit with.
Any day now. Oh, hello there, ma'am. How's the single motherhood life?
I have a reward for your great service. You love cats too, don't you? Take it and be gone.
Be gone? I'm not a magician. I'm a delivery man, lady. What is everybody's problem here?
Did she just give me a can of cat food?
Did I miss a DLC update in Japan? Since when did cat hoarders assault us with cat food?
It's better not to even think about it. Something tells me this game is going to test our patience.
What about memes, Joe? They confuse you or something?
I suppose it's just the nature of the humor. Just how do people find certain things funny?
There's always generational gaps in what people find amusing. Just the material that you surround yourself in when you're growing up.
Specifically, what are you actually talking about? You can't just pluck a feather from the fandom and expect it to be different colors.
What are you actually talking about?
There's been some new trend coming about recently called skibbity toilet.
I can't believe I just heard an 80-year-old man say the word skibbity toilet.
Well, how should I know? I wake up in the middle of the night thinking it's 1970 and I'm still on city council.
Do you have any input on that, Obama?
Sounds pretty cut and dry. I mean, Joe's an intelligent man, but if you throw him on a merry-go-round, I think his brain would probably look like a funnel cake. Wow, it's actually cat food. This is going to room 401.
Would it look like a funnel cake physically or mentally?
There's a brain physically?
Even so, it's an interesting thing to bring up, especially at a time like this.
The reason why is because I found this interesting passage online that apparently a lot of people find funny.
It's meme culture at best. It'll only rot out half of our time left.
Well, let's hear it.
Level 5, get Riz. Livy Dunn rizzing up Baby Gronk. Ice Spice, what the dog doing? Skibbity toilet in real life. Only in Ohio, we go Jim Ziz creating Alpha Sigma Kude board.
There's trash in the middle of the way. I'm still processing the bleeding in my ears, and there's trash in the middle of the way.
This place is so run down, it's like hoarders. And did you just read off a guest list in Latin? What was that?
That right there was brain rot. There's no other way to talk about that.
My brain is still on the brakes. And then we have a trash heap in the middle of the way. Someone needs to charge the landlord with crimes to humanity.
Well, we're at room 401 now. Let's see what we get here.
My guess is that we're going to be held up at gunpoint. Obama, just give him the package.
This guy's interesting. I'm scared. Am I the only one?
He's high.
Aren't you scared? This whole place, it's like I'm becoming a part of them. Never mind.
What do you even mean? You're the one who went into a TED Talk.
Forget about it.
This guy gives me Jesse Pinkman vibes.
Oh, me.
This guy is something else.
I haven't left the room in, I don't know. I stopped counting.
I could smell the Reddit through the computer screen.
Oh, right. You're here for a package. Don't know if I can trust you and your parcel just yet.
Are you serious right now?
Talk to the priest.
What?
I can't trust you until you talk to the priest. He said he lives in apartment number 105.
It's people like him being the reason why we should have got rid of TikTok. I told you so. Look at the damage, the horrible damage that it's doing to our youth. We're going from war-ready men to femboy hooters.
Again, that sort of intelligence level is not just prominent on TikTok. YouTube even has that behavioral status. Have you ever taken a gander at YouTube Shorts?
I don't have the leisure to let myself melt into a folding chair while watching some redhead talk about colors.
I never got the deal with him anyways. It's clearly fake, isn't it?
Yeah, but if he acts like a caveman discovering fire for the first time, it gets more people to watch him.
Maybe it's just a modern generation thing.
Maybe it's best if we don't try to understand.
Did we even process what happened? He wants us to go see a priest about a package. I'm just trying to go home.
Ghetto UPS has us delivering shungite rocks to aliens, and even that overstatement would be better than what's happened so far.
And now we have to wait 10 years. Oh, ew.
He's certainly on a watch list.
Huh? I see Michiru sent you here. I'm the local priest. Say no more. I can sense that the package is cursed, but I need to make an offering first.
It's a package.
Before I can perform any sanctification on the object, monetary, that is.
Wait, what? What? He wants money?
That's typically what monetary means, you know.
You infected-looking toe? I make as much as a shoe shiner. I was hired to deliver packages. This is not a part of my job.
I'm really starting to wonder if we slipped into the Twilight Zone or something. So far, we've gotten a bottle thrown at us, cat food given to us, and we're playing telephone tag with an emo and a predator.
Instead of throwing bricks at homeless people, I'm drop-kicking fragile packaging through their glass windows.
So a UPS worker.
Bad news, Michiru. He needs cash, and I don't have the gas to get home.
You spoke to the priest directly?
He's like a fan or something.
How lucky you are. I've only exchanged words through the door intercom.
You've never met the guy?
So he needs money? Why, of course, what the priest says is always right.
Dictator vibes.
Here, give this to him. Make sure to give it to him ASAP. I don't want the priest to be waiting any longer.
Poor kid is getting scammed.
Ha!
All right, Long John Silver. We're back with the money.
Why is his mouth open like that?
Let me double check the amount. Wait, what?
Is he clicking his tongue?
This can't possibly be enough. Does Michiru really think he can get away with this?
He gave you 13 doubloons. What more do you want? You don't live on Broadway. You're at the bottom of a high-rise, sir.
Where are you going, Barack?
To our friendly neighborhood piggy bank up the stairs. What? It wasn't enough?
Not close.
Forgive me, priest. I hope this much will help. This is all I've got for this month. I have to ask my parents to give me more.
If you saw a kid as gullible as this and with the IQ of Ratatouille, how could you not take advantage of him?
Donald, are you actually defending the priest right now?
Not necessarily, but hypothetically speaking.
Donald.
Oh, come on. The kid's a vegetable.
Guess who's back again?
Is this enough Walmart coupons, you worthless scammer?
Let me double check the amount. Wait. Oh, that's enough. Barely, that is.
Why is he as tall as Shaq? And why does he keep clicking his tongue?
I'll forgive him this time. Let us begin the ritual. What happened?
Did he do it?
Done.
That's all he did? He whipped his head like a silly band and that was it?
Now go away.
Excuse me. I guess Michiru is a vegetable if he got scammed by Elmer Fudd over here.
I have no words, really. This whole interaction has made me feel like Tweety Bird in the middle of divorced parents.
Can we finally deliver the package now? If he says no, I might force feed him whatever is inside of it, edible or not.
Here you are, Michiru.
Forgive me, priest. I'm ready to take the package now. Now go away.
Not even a thank you. We just played guidance counselor from the chorus of Boys to Men, and we don't even get a thank you?
It is really weird, too, because Japan is known for its manners, especially to foreigners. So the fact that we're being treated like this has got to mean something.
Yeah, these people all need breath mints, and they probably don't have working toilets either.
Deserved.
Housekeeping.
What mental institute are we going to find ourselves in this time?
Talk about opening the door slow.
Obama, do you see what I see?
You mean the lack of?
Did the door just open by itself?
We might have to step in here, gentlemen.
Any ghosts are going to catch some mean hands if they dare tussle.
I'll be right there. Can't we just drop it off or something?
Just toss the package. Why do we have to be here? Isn't this violating some sort of code we have to follow when we're hired?
Whoa!
What are you doing? Did you just slither around the corner?
How is every resident here just textbook weird? Hey, what are you doing? That package. It's a bed frame.
How do we carry that up here?
You're gonna help me build it, right?
Does it look like I'm an assembler? I don't get paid for all this junk.
Something tells me that we don't really have a choice in the matter.
She's lucky I don't slip a crowbar across her face.
Okay, miss, the bed frame is done.
Where's my $200?
Miss?
Great, she probably slithered out into the deep dark blue for all I know.
Oh!
That's blood!
A lot of blood. That isn't just a juice spill.
Forget payment. The assembly is free of charge. Sweet dreams.
Hey, Donald?
What?
You know how you gave me responsibility for the keyboard last game when it got tough?
Don't do it, Obama.
Guess what time it is?
I will end this episode right now and make it a two-part. Don't you dare.
You wouldn't.
Want to bet? Hey, Joe, did you see the bonus features of the 5 Nights at Freddy's movie?
Where? Let's watch it now.
You got it.
Well, gentlemen, this will be the last challenge that we face of Ultimate Custom Night, marking an end to our experience with the game.
You cannot be for real, Joe. You're telling me that we can get beaten with a belt for 4 videos straight, you not explain the game mechanics to us, have our audience get miserable of us losing, and then you just want to call it quits? Have you gone mad?
Partially mad, yeah.
Oh, well then. I didn't expect everything to be cut and dry like that, but all right then.
I won't lie. Just seeing Donald recoil every 2 minutes has gotten a bit frustrating for my sake. Is this really the average custom night experience, or do we just suck?
I think everybody expected more out of us due to how we were able to beat the other games so efficiently. But UCN is a different beast entirely, hence why we haven't gotten north of beating this thing.
Is that why we're throwing in the towel after failing so much?
The big one is that Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 is about to release, and Donald has a hot date with Mommy Longlegs.
You are just the worst. You know that you expired, toaster strudel.
Well, that's enough chatting for now. Time to get inches deep into the swampiness we call the hardest difficulty there is.
Wait, why is everything checked?
So this game mode is undoubtedly the hardest game mode in the franchise. It's called 50-20, where every animatronic is set to the hardest difficulty.
We'll get to it. World's best security guard.
Maybe it is a good idea if you keep the gun away from me, Joe.
And here we go.
Not even a second into it, and I already have Nightmare Marionette harassing me. Go away!
Watch, Barack. It's about to get wild. Exhibit A.
He made it farther than I thought he would, so there's something that I can tip my hat to.
The music box. I forgot about the music box.
And I guess here's the pandemonium.
Hit you like a truck.
Phantom Freddy?
The pig?
I consider it a dignified death. Not really. It was actually quite pathetic.
I'm not a vegetarian, Porky. I can cook a mean pork belly dish. Don't test me.
Donald, he just emoted on you. I don't think there's any real way to come back from that one.
A nice introduction to 50-20, getting eaten by the prey you used to prey on.
I at least lasted 25 seconds, which would be a personal record, a great personal record for Obama, in and out of the bedroom, if I may add.
Geez, you're a creep.
I will say that it's only fair for you to give this a wrangle too, Barack. I won't ask for many attempts with this game mode, sheerly due to the fact that it might not be possible for our age. You need to have a sharp reaction time that we simply do not possess.
I'm not going to expect much, but I think I sat on the sidelines enough. Might as well take a couple turns at least.
Time to watch a blue-balled Barack strut his stuff down the Isle of Misery.
You could at least have some confidence in him.
Everything is going crazy now. I have no idea how to even counteract any of this.
Like, what are we even supposed to do?
It might just be pure luck, if I'm being honest.
And there's the music, a new challenger.
Seeing you powerless is like music to me.
You're a creepy little thing, aren't you?
That has to be what World War III is going to look like. some flashbangs, head injuries, and social media exposés.
All because a Democrat plopped us at an explosion field in the Middle East.
Hey, watch it.
Let's give that another shot, Barack.
Donald didn't get this craziness right away. Like, why is a wicker basket attacking me?
At least the marketable plushie was smiling before he assaulted you. That's something.
Like, what's even happening?
How did your vocal cords just make that noise?
Did you mollywop Austin Powers or something?
None of that matters, because I'm not going out like that.
A statement you may live to regret because the sweet kiss of death locks onto your breasts.
I was following you until the end there.
Andy, could you please not do that every 5 seconds?
Asking the impossible, Obama. I would ignore all the internal thoughts telling you to plaster the laptop. Never mind, punch a hole through it.
Do not do that. I have way too many unsaved files on here.
How many new challengers are there? I thought they were all activated. Are you serious?
Seems like you got some really bad RNG on this round, Barack.
What am I supposed to do? Vacuum my finger in my mouth and swirl it around like a Tootsie Pop?
Giving the intellectuals on Twitter a new way to foreplay, Obama. Stop while you're ahead.
Does this mean you guys are also stopping while you're ahead?
With all due respect, I might actually go bananas if I try another time, Joe.
I've gone bananas so many times at this point, I might as well be a vegan.
I figured. Well, even though that might be the end of the gameplay, there's still more to see with this game.
Are you crawling inside me right now? It's not over yet?
Relax. It's just a couple of cutscenes you get if you end up getting over 700 points. Guess what we didn't do?
Just what I wanted to see. A movie to confuse my head more and more with this stinking game.
Luckily, they're not lore-related, but they're just nifty extras that the creator decided to add. There's also several different variations of the cutscene, but they're so minimal that we'll just end up watching one of them.
Get your popcorn, Donald.
Anime.
Donald, just because it has Japanese letters doesn't mean it's anime.
朝の瞑想の時間だったからだ。それにしても、あの忌々しい鳥、決して忘れることはないだろう。あれはこの土地に固有のものだとは思えなかった。
Never mind, I stand corrected.
Is that Freddy? Why is he dressed up in a Corey Kenshin outfit?
Just watch the cutscene.
ああいうものは迷惑千万だ。いくつかの石を投げると、それは正確に戻ってきた。次の日の朝。
So he has beef with the fox, and I'm assuming that it's your favorite character, right?
Like I said, just watch the cutscene.
Freddy's really trying to Sissy Samurai slice that like button.
Can you give it a rest, man? So he's attacking him on this night because it's his birthday, and he won't expect it.
He won't expect it. He looks like he just ate out a zebra.
The gold fangs in his mouth is not the flex that I expected to end off the first month of the year.
Oh, gross. Why is there a guest appearance of deviant art here?
とにかく池が凍りついているので誰かが気にする。私はちょうど氷の上の横になり、私の下で凍った魚を見つめている。凍った池の上に寝るのは瞑想には理想的だという人もいるだろう。深いものに集中するようになるからだ。
All this just for some pizza is kind of ridiculous, in my opinion.
The playground must be really active for what special sauce we're going to get hit with.
I can't tell who's talking. I guess my questions are answering themselves today.
Well, of all people to smoke the op pack, it was Freddy himself that was the one running the pockets. And that's why the chain belongs to him.
Let me just watch the cutscene.
It seems there's still tensions happening in the Pizzaplex. I say a quick round of skee ball and whack-a-mole would grill this beef just nicely.
Now you're going to want to pay attention to this next cutscene, Don, because it'll surely speak to you.
Toy Chica, the high school years?
It's like Scott Cawthon knew who he was making this for.
Remember Don, high school.
Why does she look like that? What are these game developers doing?
Whatever you do, just please don't stand up.
I don't think it was meant to last. For my heart belongs to another. He's so amazing.
Just to clarify, Donald, she's in high school. A confirmed high schooler. Just getting that out there.
You wouldn't need to say something about kids, Joe. Now shut up before I pack you in a suitcase and feed you to Honduras.
He's the only one for me. I just know.
Might want to get a picture, Don. It'll last longer.
Just how to get him.
And if you feed me to Honduras, I'll just send you packing to Wisconsin.
Look at that top hat.
What?
That amazing top hat.
What?
And there's a voice
He'll
crack.
be mine by the end of the day. I just know it. I told him that I needed help with my homework, but once he's there, I'll have him. And once I have him, he'll be mine forever.
Are you kidding me?
There is only one thing that could possibly go wrong.
Well, beat your heart out, Donald J. Trump. Your girl likes another guy.
King of the pizzeria, just as you said.
Things didn't work out as I'd hoped.
Wait, what's in her backpack?
Is that a hand? Oh, nah, she freaky. From the streets she emerged, and to the streets she returns.
Know that there's a guy out there that's right for me.
It says the end, so it looks like that your honeybee has flown away to another flower.
One day you'll stop bringing that up.
So this next scene is the last of the game, but it is the most important, and you'll see why.
Is the video on, or is it just taking forever?
Why is Golden Freddy trying to do the worm to some sad YouTube piano music?
This right here is perceived by many as the vengeful spirit of Cassidy, who was William's victim, binding his soul into the eternity of darkness that is custom night, because for him, this is his purgatory.
And she just fades away into the darkness as a constant reminder to him for all the horrible things he did. What about Evan, his own son? Is he not trapped in there too?
It's theorized that Evan had already passed peacefully when William is in his purgatory. But now that you mention that, there is one thing that I almost left out. Now be warned, this is pretty disturbing.
Can this just end already?
What am I looking at here? Oh wow, what is that horrible sound?
Did we just take a dip into the deep web? This is like an 8-bit nightmare. What am I looking at?
Do you remember the fishing game that would pop up every now and then while you were playing Custom Night? Well, it looks like we're in his world now.
This is mortifying. I feel like I'm being licked all around my body by a cat's tongue.
Come and sit with me a while. Sir, I'm in a world surrounded by stomach cramps.
Leave the demon to his demons. Rest your soul. There is nothing else.
So the last thing I want to go over now is what happens when you speed up the audio. You might want to prepare yourself.
Is that screaming?
What was that?
That right there was William Afton screaming for help to Michael and Henry. Not that he expected help, but because he didn't know anybody else to scream to.
Let's move on to the next game. I'll just stick to the Toy Chica jokes for now.
Yep, Brock, you're up first.
Let's put this golden teddy bear back in the claw machine.
So what do we have to do to survive this night?
If not obvious, this night is different from all of the others. The only enemy we have to worry about is Nightmare Fredbear.
Wait, I thought it was Golden Freddy.
I was just calling him that for namesake. Regardless, on this night, you have to flash the light no matter what. You don't listen to his breathing, but it's still important to use sound. When he's in the hallway, shut the door until he leaves.
For both the hallways and the closets?
For the closet and bed, he'll actually laugh when he teleports.
Didn't know that piss bear was holstering a damn portal gun.
The more you know. Oh, he's right there.
Yep, now just wait for him to walk away and repeat the process.
Any other damn encyclopedia book we should know about?
For the closet, you have to keep the door closed until he moves. For the bed, you have to keep the light on until he leaves. Be careful. Sometimes his laughs are just decoys to get you to waste time at the closet.
Got it. Is there anything else I need to know?
That's about it. Good luck.
This game keeps loading us with characters we're supposed to remember.
Whoa, talk about peekaboo. He was making a static noise too.
Winnie the Pooh must have feasted on the mangle before this.
I'm surprised, if anything, you haven't commented about merchandising.
What is there to comment about?
Their business model as a whole.
Had a quick reaction to that one.
If you think about it, it takes an old approach with a modern spin.
What's the developer's name? Scott, you said?
That's right.
Scott seems talented, very much talented, and he's made himself good deals.
Shut up for a second, Don. And there he is. Okay, I think you're good to talk now.
He's transformed this picture-clicking game into seamless poetry.
What the hell are you even talking about? All I said was merchandising, and we somehow got to poetry.
Art, Joe. We're talking about art because business is an art form.
Even before we played the games, I've seen merchandise for FNAF pretty much everywhere. Anytime me and Donna would take the kids out somewhere, there would always be thrift stores or gift shops with little plushies.
Oh! What the hell just happened?
Seems like our talk of merchandise summoned a way bigger plushie.
Damn, I was on my way to the door too.
Hand me the keyboard, Barack. Let me see if I can throw down with that thing.
All yours.
But yeah, Scott's a genius. I mean, just look at how many games he's made. What's the exact count, Joe?
I believe they're up to 13.
They're 13. Wow. Unpack the whole One Piece series, why don't you?
Just goes to show how massively successful it's gotten. And we're only on the 4th game.
It seems Scott truly mastered his art form. It's almost something to admire at when you get down to the specific aspects.
Also, why are you just sitting there, Joe?
I'm listening to the footsteps around me. It makes it easier to pinpoint which side Fredbear's on.
Oh, I see. That's smart. It makes your moves more coordinated as the night progresses.
That's if you can find Fredbear. Where the hell is he?
The whole point of this night is to have a final boss that we have to face. Like how FNAF 3 is structured.
Yeah, but that doesn't exactly answer where he's lurking around.
That's the whole point of the game. It's like a hide and seek of sorts.
Oh! And seek he did. Now you just got smacked down like a fly and leave me to carry the team once again.
Have at it, world's best security guard.
Global panic, ahoy.
Let's get to work.
I still really don't have a clue as to how this game correlates with the other games.
You are mostly left in the dark for this game. It's hard to fit the pieces together. I think the main reason why I explained the other games is because we were skipping the phone calls. This game doesn't have that.
Is this gummy bear bouncing from hall to hall? I can't tell where the hell he is.
It's hard to locate him sometimes. But just keep doing what you're doing.
I keep turning around and expecting him to be on the bed, but he's not. Like, show up already.
You know, Joe, those phone calls are not the only thing missing.
Right, we don't have a monitor, phone calls, or phone guy. However, this is the first game where we can physically move around, but it's also the first game where you can't really piece together what's happening until the very end.
I know, it really doesn't give us a lead to what's going on, unless the party's where everything happens.
The game does give you some information. Chances are that you might have just missed it.
I guess it's possible.
There are parts in this game that sync up with what I walked over in the lore. It even specifies the time we're playing it.
Found him. And I keep the door closed, right?
Yep, until he walks away.
All right, and then we do this for half a school semester, and we're home free.
Do you say it specifies the time we're playing in, like the year?
Man, he just spun around the block like it was nothing.
Yeah, the specific year is in there. While we were playing the minigame, Donald was talking too much to even notice it. I think the moment itself got cut out of the original video. Regardless, do you remember what the crying child does after he ran away from the restaurant?
He got scared by his brother in his room, right?
He just loves this bait and switch that's going on.
Right, he did get scared, but he actually did something before that.
Yeah, but I don't remember that.
That's all right. Don was too busy screaming at an infant.
And I don't regret it.
After the crying child ran home, he went and turned on the TV. And there we could see the show called Fredbear and Friends. It even said the date on there. Can you remember the year that it said?
1987?
Close. The year was 1983.
1983, what significance does that have to the story?
I'm glad I don't have to listen to breathing anymore. The last thing I needed in my life was the tenderness of George Bush's breath.
Approach the newfound information with context clues.
Wait a second, Joe. I heard walking. Okay, proceed.
Well, 1987 is an important year. At least you found him, Donald. But some very specific events happened during that year.
It was the year that the second game took place, right?
Exactly. So take into account the events that have occurred up until then. Where would you slap 1983 amongst that timeline?
I have no clue at what you guys are talking about, but I can feel Joe working up a hard-on as we speak.
I can say the same about your future cellmates after I put you in jail.
Just so everybody knows, this is recorded a couple days before Donald's hearing, in case anyone is curious.
He's on the bed, isn't he? Knew it! Get flashed, you obese pumpkin!
But yeah, Don, Joe might have you in a checkmate.
All until I show the whole world how hideously crooked the Biden administration is and walk away scot-free.
Hello, this is Joe Biden, and I'm in the middle of editing this video. That comment that Donald just said aged pretty well, didn't it? Okay, back to the video.
Geez, what the hell is that horrifying laugh?
Anyways, what did you ask, Joe? Where I would put 1983 in comparison to the games?
Yeah, like a timeline of sorts.
Well, we know Fredbear retired shortly after something occurred. However, we know the other animatronics exist because of the plushies in the kids' room and the nightmares that he was having about them. In regards to the killings, that's where it all becomes a gray area for me, but again, if I had to take a guess, I would say around the time these animatronics were retired and the new ones were introduced.
While you guys are talking about Star Trek over there, I'm ringing this bear around like a night at the laundromat.
Yeah, you've gotten the farthest so far.
Just don't let it get to your head. You know how fast things can change.
The very best knows exactly what to do here, although Freddie Fuddpucker likes trying to sneak up on me. Exhibit A.
But yeah, Joe, that's where I'm marking this game.
That's a good shot. I won't confirm or deny, but you've based your guess with a lot of details from the game. I definitely like how you're approaching it.
This thing must be Nick A30 because he never backs down, never gives up.
Nick A who?
Oh, just some Fortnite streamer or something.
I didn't know you played Fortnite.
Let alone watched it.
I never said I did either. I'm far too busy to get caught up in silly child games like that.
Yet here you are.
I just know him from what I've seen about him online. He's like a tumor to the meme community. Sort of like Fredbear's being a tumor to my flashlight battery.
Be thankful that we don't have any battery we have to worry about for this game.
You're telling me. Better yet, no Balloon Boy either. One more version of him and I might have blown a gasket.
Well then.
All I know is that you're almost to the end. Overall, this game has given us a lot less trouble than other games.
Yeah, that's setting me up for success. Also, him and his creepy laugh. There you are, you pillow pet looking bear.
You're doing a really good job of locating him, which surprises me. You're not really the best at paying attention to your surroundings.
Joe, you've fallen flat on your face more times than a damn pile of bricks at a construction site. I don't want to hear it. I want to hear that, though.
Hell yeah, Donald.
You dominated that.
The world's best security guard always does.
Now that I think of it, this game really didn't give us that much of a struggle.
Wait until night 6.
Well, ready or not, it's party day.
Can't wait to see the child cry a whole river. What the hell is going on?
Wow, your brother is kind of a baby, isn't he?
You can say that again. It's like watching a rodent run around in a circle.
It's hilarious.
Now this is what I like. These are my kind of people.
Why don't we help him get a closer look? He will love it.
Doubtful.
No, please.
Some big brother, huh?
Come on, guys, let's give this little man a lift. He wants to get up close and personal.
And he'll be crying the whole way there. Oh, they actually picked him up and everything.
No, I don't want to go. This is some desolate party I'm looking at. You heard the little man. He wants to get even closer. Ha ha ha.
What the hell? Are they going to make him sniff his crotch?
What are they doing to him?
Hey guys, I think the little man said he wants to give Fredbear a big kiss.
Something's off about all of this.
My question is, how the hell is he not able to squirm out of there?
On 3. 1, 2.
Actually, though, what are they doing?
What the hell?
They put him in his jaw?
What the actual hell? Oh!
Was that the bite of 87?
We literally talked about this game being in 1983, not 5 minutes ago.
What the hell just happened?
You saw it for yourself. The crying child was lifted up to Fredbear, and Fredbear's jaw crushed his head.
I know that, but what does it all mean? Who have we been playing as this whole time? None of this makes any sense.
Welcome to the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise.
I have some thinking to do. Thank you, gentlemen. I'll talk to you later.
Did he have toilet paper sticking out of his pants when he left?
I think it's more abnormal that he has some thinking to do.
When was the last time Donald thought?
You might as well roll the outro, because we'll be here all day trying to remember that. Now prepare yourself, boys. This is where things go Wamo Kablamo Insano style.
The hell did you just say, Joe?
What do you mean by that?
Every single animatronic is on the loose. Freddy, Chica, Bonnie, and Foxy will be peeking through the curtain. The difficulty really starts to ramp up here.
I hope they come one at a time. I'm not good with groups.
Stormy would probably agree with that.
What the hell is happening?
Hallucinations. They become more frequent as the nights go on.
Our character must be off his meds then. That's how you know we're playing as Sleepy Joe.
Can you two babbling idiots go 1 second without insulting each other?
No.
Damn it, I should have just went to Michelle's book club.
Obama, you know very well she would just be reading her own book.
I know, that's why I avoided it.
Jill and I used to have that relationship until I finally took charge and showed her that I'm wearing the pants in the relationship.
I don't know what I'm more surprised at, that your wife is still alive or that you remembered to put on pants.
Both, if I'm being honest.
You guys could have just nodded in agreement.
But that's the thing. I don't agree to it. For goodness sakes, Joe, she walks you around like a seeing-eyed dog. That's not normal. If you weren't standing in office, I'm confident she would have put you in a nursing home already.
You certainly have a way with words, Donald.
Why is this duck chicken thing being the one to rush the door? Normally it's Bonnie.
What is Chica anyways, Joe?
Are you fucking serious? She's a chicken barack. It's right in her damn name. I expected something like that from Donald, but from you too. Come on now.
No need to get snippy. She looks like a duck. I don't know why she would be a chicken.
Now look at who's questioning video game logic.
That's the stare of nightmares.
Why can I see her through the door?
Just the way the developer wanted it.
Well, he didn't have to develop her staring like that. Close your mouth. You're letting flies in.
I'm surprised you can make jokes and play the game at the same time.
Yeah, it comes with the territory of being a business owner. You have to dip your hands in a lot of areas at once. You get pretty good at multitasking that way.
So trade out bankruptcy for tax evasion, and you got a pretty good business.
The art of the deal, as Mr. Donald Trump would say.
That's weird. Hey, Bonnie is still on the stage, and he's normally the first one out. That's super weird.
The night is still going smooth. Hasn't really been too much activity besides Chica.
You're right for once, Joe. The thing that gets me is that building anxiety of the night. As the clock gets closer to 6 a.m., it gets more and more nerve-wracking to play, like waiting for everything to crash and burn.
Just wait until the second game.
I've seen previews of it, and it actually looks tougher than running the country.
Well, yeah, presidents do like 5 things. This seems like a nightmare job. This man should be running the country.
I did at least 6.
No wonder your approval ratings are in the toilet.
I was the most liked president in the past 100 years. The absolute best, the very best one.
Who told you that one? New York Post?
Oh, she looks possessed.
She looks like you, Donald.
How does she even look like me?
She's orange.
Wow, Comedy Central over here. Someone give Obama a fucking nomination for an award.
Have you put on that orange paste recently? You've been looking a lot more normal.
No, but I've been checking Foxy like crazy. You're not running down here tonight, you furry bitch.
Come to think of it, that's the only thing we've died to, right?
Yeah, kind of rough for new players, but he just becomes a formula once you get it down.
Well, not to brag, but he doesn't hold a candlestick when I've laid the lumber.
Even if it's false confidence, confidence is key.
How is Bonnie still on the stage? Normally he's busy gargling on the deepest part of my shaft.
A little bit too detailed for me, but I will say it's not necessarily a bad thing that they're staying behind.
Well, yeah, Joe, that's common sense. But it's just that off-putting factor.
Don't you dare talk to me about common sense when you stared at the damn sun.
You're just mad you don't have the neck capacity to look up. The hell was that?
Sounded like laughing.
Oh, no.
Oh, they're all out.
Wait, what?
You heard me, Obama. Everyone is out. Every single one of them are on the loose and after us. Call Secret Service.
Tough news. Secret Service doesn't arrive until 6 a.m., so you better keep a close eye on those cameras.
Welcome to the working class, Donald. A hard straw for you to grasp, but this is life in America for most people.
I didn't ask for this to be an electoral speech, Obama. I asked to call Secret fucking Service.
There's a thing called a bullet that I hope you get hit by.
Well, I'm not going to lie, boys. It's 5 a.m. and I have 25% power. Even if I close all the doors and use my camera, I'm still set to win.
I cannot believe you are actually good at this. You, of all people, good at Five Nights at Freddy's. What a world we live in.
You consider that crazy? We're 3 of the most powerful men in the world just sitting here playing a horror game.
Makes you think, doesn't it?
You guys are so far up each other's asses, I can't tell where Joe ends and Obama begins.
It surprises me how your bedside manners are equivalent to a masochist sow.
So basically, Hillary Clinton.
Yes.
And the master himself rings in another one for the team. It's okay, you bench warmers can also hold the trophy too.
Shove it, Don.
It's hard to believe it's the fourth night. Once we win, what should we do to celebrate?
I have a realtor friend that owns an island that we can visit.
This can't go wrong in any way whatsoever. Top of the morning to you laddies.
You're not Irish.
My name is Joe Biden, and welcome back to 5 Nights at Freddy's 4, the game where some young whippersnapper drags some old geezers through a nightmare.
You're not too off from that statement, Joe.
So business as usual, or is there something we should be aware of?
Only the obvious aggressiveness. You should know how the nights get harder as the nights progress.
Well, we're getting right to work. I think it would be best if we try to keep Foxy out of the closet for as long as possible.
Is that an innuendo?
How would that be an innuendo?
Because, you know, closets and furries?
What?
Never mind.
We should let Barack focus, Donald. He has to start paying attention during these nights.
Well, if he's going to focus, let me ask you something, Joe.
Sure, what's on your mind?
How much do you keep up with Twitter?
Oh, was that Foxy?
Yeah, he goes back and forth from each side. That's why checking both doors rapidly will help you a lot.
That's good to note.
Sorry, Don, what did you say?
I asked if you pay attention to Twitter at all.
Not very much. I have my media team cover all of my external and online advertising, so I spend very little time on social websites.
So you haven't seen the absolute clown fest of this guy, Adam?
Adam?
Yeah, Adam, 20-something. His name isn't important. It's what he allows in his life, which is a problem.
And that is?
Well, not only did he marry a woman of little value, but she's being passed around like snack food for every guy in Los Angeles to get a hold of.
I mean, to each their own, I guess.
To each their own? Joe, his wife is being stuffed like a cream stick. It's like watching Twinkies expand from the outside.
No need to get graphic. I'm not saying Foxy just went in the closet, Barack.
I know. I just want to check over here first.
You were saying, Joe?
I'm not saying I promote it or even think it's socially acceptable. But the American culture and civilization has built a fundamental structure allowing freedom and individual perusal in choices and consequences.
And you don't think it's sad that he's become another sneako?
Who's sneako?
Some cuck. I mean, he was a pleasant man to talk to, very pleasant. And his political ideologies align with bringing the truth to the people. An upstanding guy.
Well, then, how is he a cuck?
He watched his girlfriend get run through like a track meet.
Oh, Don.
Sorry, a marathon.
Just to throw in a much-needed change of topic, I feel a lot more rushed this night.
Everything is based off timing now. And that window you have to react is going to get smaller and smaller.
That was only natural to assume. For now, I'll just keep pressing forward.
Well, while he's doing that, Donald, do you have any other weird questions?
Well, besides putting a cork in my mouth after I left the White House, well, nothing comes to mind.
What does that mean?
I'll explain it in a brief synopsis.
Got it.
So after you steal the election from me,
I don't recall that.
You march into the Oval Office with a diaper wedgie.
I also don't remember that.
And you slather your wrinkly old titties on all the progress I made during my term.
Man, you are 3 for 3 at guessing my first day in the White House.
Then why the hell did you reverse every single policy I enacted?
I didn't just blindly reverse them for the fun of it. Those decisions had weight to them. They had purpose.
Like what?
Well, for example, rejoining the Iran nuclear deal. That just scared the hell out of me, Barack.
Don't you already know what happens in the game? I feel like you should have expected that.
There's still things that can catch a man off guard, Don.
My bad, Joe. Kind of forgot he does that when you flash him.
What were we even talking about?
I'll be honest, I completely forgot.
Joe, I really try not to make fun of your age, but you're not doing yourself any favors. I mean, you can't go half past 30 seconds without the amnesia knocking you down.
Don, I really try not to make fun of your intelligence, but you're not doing yourself any favors by being a damn moron.
Okay, that's a little uncalled for.
You forgot too. What are you talking about?
What are you guys screaming about? I'm trying to play the damn game here.
Nothing, Barack. It's nothing. Sorry for getting so loud.
All right, tell Don to shut the hell up for me.
I wasn't even the one screaming.
Hey, Don, Barack tells you to.
I heard him, Joe, loud and clear.
Yeah, that's what I thought, Bonnie.
Good job, Barack. You're moving as smooth as a hot knife through butter.
Thanks, Joe. It's still really challenging trying to manage everything, but I now know what to listen for.
Oh, so now you can talk, huh?
Well, yeah. It's easier to engage with you guys as long as some diaper-wearing shit stain of a baby isn't screaming in my ear.
Psst.
What?
He's talking about you.
Don, will you cut it out?
Oh, did you hear that, Obama? The wind is getting awfully rambunctious.
Well, tell the wind to pipe down because it's 4 a.m. and I'm not trying to plow a fistful of keys down its mouth.
The wind says that you're too much of a blue-coated panhandler for that.
Look, just try to be more quiet.
No promises.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about policies earlier, Don.
Oh, right. And how you pissed your chakra all over my progress to make this Chidori-stained hellhole.
Like I said, it was in the best interest for the American people to reverse those policies. With the Iran nuclear deal, I believe it provides a framework for addressing Iran's nuclear ambitions and ensuring the security of the region.
Well, Joe, I have to say your answer doesn't surprise me. I think you just smeared your ball sweat all over your forehead with that one.
Don, your teeth are very lucky that these headphones are loud enough to drown you out.
What the hell does that mean? What about my ball sweat?
Joe, it's the same old rhetoric we've come to expect from you. The Iran deal was a complete disaster. It gave them access to billions of dollars without addressing their support for terrorism.
You mean the fight against terrorism?
You know, with Iran, it's really hard to tell which side they're on. It's like being bisexual about violence.
You mean bipolar?
Honestly, whatever fits the shoe, all I know is that you done got skid marks on the mattress one too many times.
I think you mean poop marks.
Will you stop correcting me? It's getting annoying.
Don!
What?
Your fat ass mouth just got us killed because you can never shut the hell up.
Don't look at me. Joe started it.
No, the hell I did not.
Well, what now? Which one of you old folks is going to pick up the pace for us?
I suppose it'll be me, considering I haven't gone yet.
We'll have to be as quiet as mice for this one, Obama.
Looks like your ratting experience will come in handy then.
I do have the headset turned up as loud as it can go, so you guys should be able to talk as loud as you want. Still, I'll let you know if you're getting a bit loud.
That thing probably sounds as loud as a rock concert or something.
Regardless, he's right about how loud it can get, especially with friends like you.
Are you seriously still upset about losing? It happened like 2 minutes ago. We're past that now.
It was 5 a.m. I was right at the tip of Mount Everest, and you just pushed me down to the Grand Canyon.
Aren't you exaggerating a bit here? It's not like I embarrassed you at an international conference. We're playing as this whiny liberal child.
That doesn't matter. This is not the first time that your inability to control your volume has led me into destruction.
I disagree. I think the context of the situation entirely matters. Like I said, it would be different if there were a bunch of showboats and world leaders in attendance. That's not happening here. We're playing a damn kids game.
You keep prodding on about whataboutism. It's annoying. Just address what I'm saying. Your volume has rimmed me.
Listen, loudness or no loudness, you have to admit that you're getting way too upset at something this trivial.
Donald, did you or did you not scream at a crying child last time? Because in your words, he was being a crybaby.
Yeah, that's not trivial. You're telling me you weren't upset with this pile of turds?
No, because it's a damn pixelated child. He's not real.
I know he's not real, and that's why it pisses me off that much more. Like the guy making this game couldn't have given him more of a spine or something?
It's amazing how I can feel my brain cells just explode inside of me. I'm going to need life support at this rate.
Listen here, drama queen. All I'm saying is that you're overreacting to your loss. Like, think about it. We are currently playing a game where we are the size of a packing peanut. It is not that serious.
Go back to the living room, Bonnie. Are you guys saying anything?
See, Joe, the old geezer still can...
All right, good. I was just double checking.
Did he just cut me off?
Yep, nobody talking whatsoever. Complete silence.
Oh, he must be saying, I want an early funeral in a different language or something.
Donald, if it wasn't that serious, is that why you wanted me to put out a poll asking who would win in a fight, you or the crying child?
No, that was to prove my point.
And what point was that?
That this child has absolutely no spine to him whatsoever. He's a loser. If me and him were to get into a fight, I'm knocking him down like fight night.
Well, yeah, he's a damn child.
Yeah, but even as a child, there should be the indomitable fighting spirit that dwells within you. It's primal human instinct to get up and fight for what you love. This kid must have been born too early because he's all messed up.
Well, he's also fighting off these monster infusions of toy robots. I feel like he's doing enough there. Do you think that you could do what he's doing right now?
I wouldn't have to. The sheer intimidation that would ooze off my body would send shivers down the endoskeletons of these clunky cuckoo clocks.
I think that's just your sweat.
It may be that too. Yeah, why the hell am I sweating, actually? Didn't the repairman come fix the AC?
That's what I thought, but now that you mention it, it is a bit stuffy in here.
If you guys are talking about the AC, the repairman didn't come today. Something about the rim to his truck got messed up going over a pothole.
Hey, Don, do you remember what vehicle crashed outside yesterday when it hit a pothole? Don?
It was an HVAC vehicle.
Right. I'll tell Joe that he really needs to start pushing initiative for nationwide repairs.
Oh! Damn it, Joe, you did the exact same thing Obama did.
Sorry if that scared any of you guys. It was an honest misclick.
Why do I find that hard to believe when you got a grin as wide as the Ohio River on your face?
Sorry, I was just thinking of something.
I'm going to be honest, I'm kind of scared to see what that looks like.
And I think you just caught Chica trying to peep on you or something.
Yeah, because she really wants to take a look at Alligator Skin Joe over here. Have you ever seen what a bag of skin looks like? Well, look no further.
I just heard him breathing again. They're coming in hot right now. I really need to focus if we're going to be able to hold off.
It sucks that you have to keep checking Foxy. You are right. It's really best to try to keep him out in the halls for as long as possible.
An easy task, if I do say so myself. Honestly, Joe, I don't understand how you weren't able to do that.
Ah! Damn it.
What the hell was that?
Was that a cupcake?
Right. Well, instead of Chica coming into the room to scare you, she sends her cupcake in.
That's actually kind of cool.
You know what's not cool? We lost again.
That means the self-proclaimed world's best security guard is player one now.
Fine by me. I'll whip this crying child into shape.
You might want to start with yourself first.
Welcome home, Don.
Did you enjoy your vacation?
I was in jail, Barack, minimum security prison, and someone still put it in my butt.
I didn't need to know specifics.
That has to be a shitty feeling.
I cannot wait to see you in a casket, Joe. I know you probably think I'm saying this for the recording and to make people laugh, but I genuinely hope you have a heart attack already.
Now look who's triggered.
Hey, Joe, what are those things on the walls?
What things? Be more specific.
Right there, behind the fan.
Oh, those are drawings that kids made at the restaurant. The staff pinned it to the wall, I guess.
They're creepy. I hate children's drawings. And drawings. And children.
If you think that's bad, then don't look up the fan art online.
Why is it bad?
Don, in your words, it's all made by the far left. You can assume what happens.
Well, now I'm curious. You can't just tell me about some shenanigans and then think I'll completely ignore it. You said it's somewhere online, right?
You know curiosity killed the cat, right?
Let him make mistakes, Joe. It keeps him busy doing something and allows me to focus on the game.
Looking it up right now.
Don't say I didn't warn you. By the way, how are you handling things, Barack?
It's going good so far. The night just started, but I'm trying to copy what you were doing previously. It's a bit difficult, but I think I got the hang of it.
That's good. Things really pick up around 2 because that's when Freddy gets towards your door. The balancing act is the most difficult part, but I believe in you.
Thanks, Joe. It's intimidating, but I've faced bigger foes.
What the fuck is this?
Did he find it?
He found it, all right.
Why is there flesh? It's robotic parts and gears. Why is there so much fucking flesh?
You're probably on the first page of DeviantArt, too.
Do they make fan art for everything?
Oh, yeah. Everything under the sun is there. Books, movies, video games, even popular celebrities and politicians in real life.
It's getting real tough now.
You're doing good, though.
Wait, politicians even? So even us?
There's a lot of media coverage about us. You know those political cartoons they put in newspapers? Those are technically fan art.
Yeah, but I think he's referring to online fan art, not paid professionals, but actual individuals going out of their way to draw us in their own free time.
Foxy is about to run, so I'm just waiting for it.
For an amateur, you're not doing a half-bad job, Obama.
Thanks for the half-good compliment, Donald.
Anyways, there's definitely drawings of us online, but the fan art that you saw already is probably light compared to what you would see of us.
Liberal America. That's why we should have banned platforms like TikTok years ago.
Donald, mental illness has been around for years now. You're just seeing it amplified on TikTok because it didn't have the opportunity to be amplified.
Well, where was it back in the 90s?
In the mirror.
Well, when the going gets tough, the tough get going.
Just remember that if you live through the night, you'll beat out a senior citizen with Alzheimer's.
Shut the fuck up, Donald. Even without Alzheimer's, you forgot to not drop the soap. That's the first rule of being in the slammer.
I didn't know you guys were so knowledgeable when it came to prison lingo. But then again, the far left is used to being the very best at criminal organization.
I don't see what that has to do with you getting porked yesterday.
Well, if you don't focus on the game, Freddy will give you some porking of his own.
It doesn't help when I have a loud, mouth, foul-faced pig right beside me.
But your wife isn't here, Obama.
I won't lie, she's quite vocal, Barack.
Your weight speaks for itself, Donald, but you should hear her when she's mad. Sounds like a raccoon crawled in a tuba and died.
Oh, my goodness.
My condolences, Obama. I'm truly sorry to hear that.
Jill was like that at one point.
Was?
But eventually we worked towards strengthening our relationship through multiple counseling sessions.
Kind of sad, Joe, but how am I doing on the night?
Oh, you're doing really well. You're probably doing better than I was.
Just make sure you keep tabs on Foxy. We know what will happen if he gets off the leash.
Doing the best I can. I wish I was faster in switching these cameras. I think I misclicked too many times, and that may end up costing me.
It's all a learning process after all. Trump Tower wasn't built in a day.
Donald, the saying is Rome wasn't built in a day.
What, was ancient Rome your hometown or something, Joe?
Was Alcatraz yours, Donald?
I respect a good comeback when I see it.
Oh, that's not good. Yeah, that's not good at all.
It's good you held him off for this long, though.
On the contrary, it's not good that he takes your power away.
On the first trip, he actually doesn't take any power away. It's almost a freebie. You just never check the cameras and let him run down the hall 4 fucking times.
Joe, how do you see what happened to me and blame me? I think the game fucked me harder than I was in jail, and that's saying something.
And he's already peeking out of the curtain. What the hell?
When I said aggressive, I meant aggressive.
Joe knows a thing or two about being aggressive.
Well, it's certainly not looking the best right now.
Remember, we dug ourselves out of bigger holes. I know you're still new to managing all of this, but just remember to keep calm and do your damn best. Then it can just be smooth sailing.
Despite his actions, Obama is a very smart and a very intelligent man. Lying to him won't work. He knows better than that.
Why are you an absolute dick all the time?
He is what he eats, Joe.
And I eat the competition.
You eat in general, Donald. If you had the opportunity, I don't think Barack would have half of his arm with you around.
Joe, all you have in your arsenal is fat jokes, and they're not even funny. With how many weapons you sent overseas, you think you would have something better to shoot.
Make America gluttonous again. Now there's a good slogan for you.
You have one good fat joke.
Earth to Joe, Foxy is out, and Freddy is right at the door. Like Donald, I think I'm fucked.
Just try to hold out as long as possible, even if you don't make it.
Damn, 15%?
Yeah, it might be raps, Obama. It was a good attempt. I'll give it that, but an amateur is still an amateur.
Shut the fuck up, Don! Don't let him get into your head, Barack. You did damn good.
For an amateur.
I tried my best, guys. I did.
That's all that matters, I guess. Good on you. At least Foxy didn't get you.
I'll try one last hurrah, but I don't have any long-term hope.
All we need is that clock to hit 5, and we might have a snowball's chance in hell again.
Opening the doors, let's hope this works.
It's worth a try.
Oh, damn it.
That doesn't sound...
Oh! Well, damn it.
It was a good shot while it lasted.
Fuck you too, Freddy. I hope you fucking break down tomorrow.
Well, I wanted to get another win, but I guess it's your turn, Don.
No 4chan artist will fix what I do to him.
Five Nights at Freddy's, my favorite horror game series.
Joe, you would like a video game about kids getting put into uncomfortable places.
Calm down, you two. This is my first time playing this game, and I don't want to be spoiled.
Barack, you will love this game. It reminds me of my childhood.
Joe, how in fuck's name does this remind you of your childhood?
Donald, it reminds me of you, all run down and abandoned, left to rot out of existence.
You're just projecting that because your wife is halfway to extinction.
Leave Michelle out of this.
All right, so these are the animatronics, and you want to make sure they don't get inside of your office.
This isn't realistic. My office would have 1,000 security guards outside of the doors, and it would be the best office there is.
That's not the point, Don. We don't have guards in this game.
I'm just saying nobody would be able to lay a finger on me because we have the best protection agency.
Did JFK tell you that one before or after he got shot?
Really funny, Joe. Maybe that's why the White House is such a circus, because of Biden the clown over here.
Will you two stop me? One of the animals is missing.
They're animatronics, Barack.
Never mind, I found him.
You're doing a good job so far.
Thanks, Joe. This game is a bit spooky.
Why the hell is it looking at me like that?
Maybe it wants a piece of you, Don.
Well, I'm not surprised. All the ladies want some of the Don.
Yeah, that's a guy, Donald.
Wait, what? You're telling me a purple bunny piece composed of scrap metal and rickety wiring is supposed to be a guy?
Why do you seem so upset? It's a damn robot.
Well...
Is it because Melanie hasn't given you action since last millennia?
You know what, Joe? I could say something really mean and nasty, but I'll be the better person here.
Wow, well, thank you.
Is what I would say if I was a better person, you dusty fossil of a pervert.
Either make love already or stop arguing. I'm trying to play the game. Thank you.
You're only 4 years younger, Don.
And you act 40 years older, Joe. You fell asleep at the podium giving a speech. What standing president does that?
Geez, losing one election makes you really whiny.
What the hell did you just say, you prune of a human?
To be fair, Joe, go 2-0, and then you can talk the talk.
By the way, Barack, you need to conserve power until 6 a.m. So don't use the camera too much and don't always have the doors shut.
Got it. Thank you, Joe.
No problem.
Bloody hell on a stick. What is taking so long to beat this level, Barack?
Each night is roughly about 6 minutes.
Joe, I was talking to my good friend Barack. Please do not interrupt.
You know what? Fine. You guys figure it out.
Donald, what the hell, dude?
What? I was showing respect to you. You should be bowing down to me or kissing my hands out of respect.
No, yeah. I actually don't want to get a disease today.
How about kissing my ass then, you liberal turds?
I honestly don't know which one is worse.
You beat me to it, Joe. Okay, who the hell is humming?
Oh, that's Foxy. He'll come out at night 2.
Nerd. You're a nerd.
Shut it, Don. Stuff is happening in the game right now.
Not possible for him to shut up.
Okay, the bunny is back where he was.
His name is Bonnie, by the way.
Bonnie the bunny?
Yep.
Good to know.
Seriously, are none of you concerned at why he is staring that intensely?
It's just a game, Donald. Nothing extra is happening.
He looks like he's seen a ghost.
An average person's reaction after attending a Trump rally.
Looks like a Democrat when you asked them what their Lord and Savior Barack Obama did in the Middle East.
Damn.
Too far, Donald.
Oh, but when Biden joked about JFK, that was just quite fine and dandy.
Oh.
Joe, what the actual do you have us playing right now?
Oh, come on. It's not even that bad.
Where are his eyes, Joe? Where the hell are his eyes?
You would understand it if you got into the lore of this game.
Oh, what the Now the teddy bear is staring?
The duck is gone, too.
Their name is Chica.
Old Sleepy Joe should have slept on this game because I have no hootenanny at what is going on.
Joe, not even being mean here, this bear reminds me of you.
What? How?
The way it just, I don't know, stares.
What the hell is that?
I don't know.
Move.
What the hell?
Donald, what the
He's here. Close the wall.
Of all people, you should know the difference between a door and a wall.
Shut up, Barack. Joe's creepy friends are here, and we have no way to stop them.
The doors are literally there to stop them.
Then what are we doing? Close them all, barricade us in. We're trapped in. We need saving. Someone call Secret Service.
Donald, he's not even at the fucking door.
I don't care. We need to stay in here and stay safe. No opening the doors.
If we do that, we'll run out of power.
Does it look like I care? Where on my face does it look like I care?
Donald, every time I think you can do something more stupid, you always find a way to shock me.
And that's why you never got reelected for a third term. You doubt the capabilities of your opponent. Face it, Obama, I'm stronger, I'm smarter, I'm better.
Barack?
What, Joe?
Just let it happen. Like going bankrupt. He's going to have to learn the hard way.
So be it.
Did I win?
No, you walking asshat. I told you that we needed to conserve power.
Well, guess, Don, what did you not do?
Now Freddy's going to fist you into being skinny.
Joe, how do you sink into new depths of being a creep every time you talk?
No way.
Oh, really?
And here it comes.
I was going to die, really? That's how it was going to end? Well, guess who just won the game, you blue-painted maggots? Wait, there's a night two?
Yeah, that's why it's called Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, that's going to be for another video.